Hey, stream chat, can you hear Ace in
Oh,
Discord?
yeah. Is that a thing?
Here, we can go to the... Yes? Let's go!
That was weird when it happened. Who knows what
Yeah,
it is?
I think when my, thing got messed up when OBS restarted, it got really heckin' messed up. Hi, hi, hi. Edgy for Pop. So I have everybody's little avatar on here.
Yes.
What can we do to help with your audio, Ace?
It did the thing again. I just checked my volume mixer.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
all good.
we're all good. Hi, chat. Hello.
Hi.
Um,
I'm closer than you're used to me being.
yeah. Hi, 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 hi.
Hi,
Hi, everybody.
hi.
Good morning to the people that do live in this house. We all just woke up. This is the first episode of the podcast, and that's super exciting. 1 second, I have to do my Mothy notif. Oh, that's a loud car. Yo, we streamin'. There we go, we've got our Mothy notif.
Not yo, we streaming.
Yo, we streamin'.
We do be live.
We do be live. How does it feel to be on a podcast?
I've been on podcasts before,
Yeah.
so
I haven't. My first time.
It feels like it did the other times.
Yeah.
It also doesn't feel that different from being all the other times we're live. It's just a different name.
Yeah. Well, I feel like also, like, once we kind of get into a little bit of a, like, groove of what we want for our podcast, because this is, like, the first time, EdgyFacade in chat. Let's go.
I have my chat pulled up. I'm gonna actually put my headphones on backwards, so I have my headphones like stretching to where I'm sitting from my desk. So like,
You got a couple extra inches on the cord.
yeah, and it was like choking me out.
Nice. An egg is about to hatch on Pokemon Go. Let's go, fruit.
You have to tell us what it is. You have to tell us what it is. And you have to send it to me, no matter what it is. You have to trade with me on Pokemon Go.
I like how that, like, it didn't take very long for our podcast to dissolve into
Pokemon.
Edgy being like, Pokemon, please.
I didn't do it! I did not do it!
It took less than, it took 3 minutes, Edgy.
I didn't do it. Blame Fruity. Fruity's the one who brought it up.
You
Also,
don't
your VTubers
have to say,
my mouth.
Fruity said, I
Yeah,
have
it
an
does
egg.
that.
You
There's
don't
no way
have
for
to
me
say
to change
trade.
it. Well, because you're in view of the camera.
Yeah, but it's a funny meme to be like, hey Fruity, give me your shit.
Okay, what's funny about it?
It's just funny.
But you can't explain it?
Fuck you.
Okay. I believe I have tweeted out on everything. A very seamless start to our podcast. At least my Discord is working this time. Isn't that wonderful?
I know, I don't know why it said I'm not allowed to talk.
It's just homophobic, honestly.
What kind of meow?
I'm not
Fruity?
gay, so you can't become a fucker.
How does everybody feel about the way that the podcast looks right now? Obviously, eventually we'll have like our little Discord screens, and Ace and I will probably do cam, and we'll just cover Edgy's Discord with Edgy for Pop. But
I bet we could set it up. We gotta get Cackle on to get that set up as a VTuber.
yeah,
So
that would be
pop-
kind of funny.
Well, I think it'd be really funny if you both had fully rendered VTubers and I just had Edgy for Pop popping away in the corner.
Yeah, that would be really cute.
Come
So
here, meow. Fruity, give me your mouth. Give me your mouth. Give it.
no. So this is our first little podcast, so it's gonna be a little rough. But I think we're just gonna kind of feel out. We're gonna talk about what we want to, and hopefully give people something to listen to, and upload the VOD to YouTube. So we are gonna be uploading it to YouTube, which is super exciting. And I don't think we're gonna do a lot of editing in the beginning because A, none of us know how to edit super well, and B, it's not really worth spending a whole bunch of time on it when it's just beginning and stuff like that, because we don't have money to spend on like an editor or anything like that. So we're here. We all just woke up. How did everybody sleep? A little sleep check.
Well, we woke up and we're up and we had breakfast and then we went back to bed.
That's true, we did. How did you sleep, Ace?
I'm here now. I think that's
That's what's
count
important.
that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fruit can't be trusted in editing. As you should, Fruit. Just like an explosion every 3 minutes.
Just like vine booms.
Yeah.
Can we,
Yeah.
for one episode of this podcast, can we do like an hour of podcast while we're playing that YouTube video, like an hour of silence interrupted by vine booms in the background? So
Yeah.
Just randomly throughout the podcast, it's a vine boom.
We should.
I think we should just like get Fruity on call, but mute them and just give them a little like soundboard.
So that would be really funny. Ewan says he can edit. Maybe once we have money, we'll pay Ewan to edit our YouTube videos down.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll do it for
That'd
us.
be cute.
They can do it alongside their little business that they already run. I don't know if I was supposed to.
We won't
I almost
dox
said,
you
like-
unless you want to talk about
Yeah.
Ewan, but yeah, we'll have Fruitcake pull up to be our audio engineer, and we'll have Ewan pull up to be our editor. There we go. We basically have a full team.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
And
no
we already
effort.
said Cackle will be like our dude for like the VTubers.
Our
like that.
artist.
I want to tell Stream about my really sad dream last night.
You want,
Oh.
okay,
I
all
had
right.
a-
You know what? Why don't we all share a dream that we've had recently that we
I had
remember?
a
Ace,
real-
make sure it's appropriate.
Please.
Don't throw me under the bus.
I
Funny.
had a really sad dream last night where I stole like this pack of trading cards from Cackle, and I tried to give them back after I realized like how sad they were about it. But like dream logic, it was like you can't give this back. Like once it's yours forever kind of thing. And I
Oh.
felt so guilty that I like bought Cackle new clothes and like food and stuff like that, and I like took them out on like a day trip with me, and I felt so bad that I stole their thing that they really liked. And that was what
That's
I
so
was. That's what
mean.
I dreamed about.
Ace, do you have a recent dream you want to talk about?
None I can share on stream.
None that you should. Oh God. I had a dream last night. It was set in where we live. For some context, we've had like some animals coming around at night and like eating the outdoor cat's food. The outdoor cat, it has to be outdoors, so don't get mad at us. But so we've had like skunks and possums and stuff come by, and we had a possum come by the other night, and we had to chase him away because he was yelling at the outdoor cat because the outdoor cat wanted his own food. Poor Ace couldn't get a picture of the possum.
Well, I'm fine with that. We saved the cat. That was my priority.
And
Felix did.
yeah, I ran out after it.
Yeah, Felix.
I have no like survival instincts.
None.
But so I had a dream that there was a possum like hanging around here, and it not like in this dream our yard had like a big wooden fence. You know those like 6-foot high wooden fences that you see in like more like I don't know older like house developments and stuff like that. And I had a dream that the possum got angry, so it punched down the fence. And it, like, sat on
Oh.
top of the, like, remnants of the fence, eating, like, to, like, say fuck you. That's the dream that I had last
Yeah,
night.
and Felix woke up and he went, there was a possum and he was angry, but he had every right to be angry. He was just hungry.
Did I actually say that?
Yes, you
I
did.
don't remember that at all.
I 100% believe it.
You were really sad that the possum couldn't get the food he wanted.
Yeah, well, in my dream, right, I was upset about the cat having his food taken too. So, Fruit says my cousin is like a wildlife rehabilitator. They take care of raccoons and possums. So I've bottle fed baby possums and raccoons.
Aw.
When we saw the raccoon outside the other night, I cannot tell you what came over me. I wanted to grab raccoon. I mean possum. I would
Okay,
be
was
so
like,
excited
did I
if we
miss
saw a
something?
raccoon. I know. I would be so excited if we seen a raccoon. But like it took everything in me not to be like I want to go grab it. I'm pretty sure I said I wanted to go grab it.
I think you did.
Possums have such like pretty velvety ears.
Yeah.
Like, and they look like, I know they're filthy little rat creatures, but they look so clean.
yeah.
like, I wanna just,
because
like,
they're fuzzy.
I want to touch them and I want to hug them and I want to love them. When I
I
was
just want to pet possum.
when I was
No.
a teenager, my local zoo had like a lion give birth, and so there was this baby lion that I used to work at the zoo, and I wasn't working at it when the baby lion was born, but they let me like go and play with the baby, and it bit me.
Stop. Yeah, well, because like I feel like I would be like, oh no, the wild animal that I pick up is gonna treat me differently, and then I'm just gonna get like rabies or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I
what?
just got a shiny Pokemon.
Oh, let's go. What'd you get?
A shiny Chinchino.
I'm sorry, we're doing a podcast and I just played Pokemon right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, it's obviously not casting to the screen.
I
but
have
they-
left my phone on the other side of the room so I don't get distracted.
L.
L. You know, what would be kind of funny to do one time is to take, because we have like the podcast overlay.
Look.
Oh, it is cute. Post a picture in the Discord if you wanted.
I will.
But like, it would be really funny to one time just take like the overlay, and instead of having like the regular overlay, have somebody playing Minecraft in the background. Or we could all like screen share Minecraft in Discord and have that be our avatars. That would be kind of funny for a episode.
I think if all
somebody
of us
plays
were doing it, it'd
Minecraft-
be way too much.
It'd probably be too much.
If somebody was playing Minecraft in the background, it'd already be halfway set up for those TikToks.
I know. No, we could just do like we could do a Reddit stream where we all commentated, except it just has background.
But
like,
it's
the
just
background
me
of
doing
Minecraft.
parkour in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. We're gonna kind of like, so I think what we kind of discussed it a little bit. I think we want to do like a Reddit react, like at least one at the end of every podcast. Is that what we kind of talked about? I think that's what we kind of got into.
I'd be okay with that. I mean, I think it's one of those things that we shouldn't behold ourselves to it, but if we want to do it, then I'm cool with that.
Yeah. What do you feel about it, Ace? Oh no.
I mean,
I thought we lost Ace for a second.
oh no, it's still here. I don't have any opinions either way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of fun to put that in there, since like, when I have to do it for stream, I have to get like all of them set up and stuff. It's nice to just like pull up one and do it. And sometimes I go to
I think
do...
I should be allowed to choose the one though.
Okay, we'll make Ace choose the one since he's the Reddit pilled person.
Reddit pill.
That's, you know what? I can't argue. Speaking, I got made an NFT bro by Reddit, so
Yeah. Oh my god. Do you want to tell that story? Have you told that story on stream yet?
no. If anyone knows how to fix this, please let me know.
What happened?
So Reddit has these little customized like I already told you. You can hear again though, I guess.
I forgot.
Reddit has these little customizable avatars. And recently they offered like a promotion thing, I guess, where they're like, hey, get like something special. Well, there was a little mushroom dude, and I was like, I want that little mushroom dude, and it's for free, so why not?
Yeah.
Now, I should have seen it coming, because Reddit was like, don't forget to password lock this. And I was like,
Oh no.
password lock it? No, I don't care. I just got a little mushroom dude. Turns out those things are NFTs. So now my avatar is an NFT and I can't remove it.
Can't get rid of your.
I signed up for it. I'm an NFT bro. I have an NFT.
Yeah. Ace. This just in. Ace is now.
An NFT, bro. You
Yeah.
got,
On
like, I
Reddit.
feel like that should be illegal. You got like force NFT, like that's assault. I think. Like.
Oh, it's like,
Stuck with it. Yeah.
yeah.
There's like actually, there's like no way to remove it.
Here's the thing, I've seen in so many comment sections. I've seen it on like the LGBT subreddit. I've seen it on the D&D subreddit. I've seen it on the Spider subreddit. Everywhere, people are like, I got unconsensually NFT'd. How do I get rid of this? And everyone's like, you can't.
Please.
They right now don't have a way. If you've signed up, you're signed up.
That's so dumb though. They
That
should.
is whack.
I think they should have a way to get it away.
Well, the
Oof,
problem is like
NFT.
on the
Hi, Zinnia.
NFT like subreddit, everyone knew what these were for. On the rest of the subreddits, nobody was warned
Yeah.
because we don't care. But I think it's really funny, like, because that's how I figured out. Like in the queer subreddit, it's like, hey,
How do I
That's
get rid of this NFT?
and I was like, what? I'm here for like pink news. What do you mean?
Stop. I mean, yeah. I think it's just kind of shitty that they like did it without really like even. Oh my little guy is like frozen. That's funny. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's more like
not
a.
on me, so.
It's yeah. Yeah. I think it's really shitty that they don't let you like get rid of it at all. And also the fact that like NFTs have like kind of fallen off. I think it's kind of funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I got unconsensually NFT bro. I read it.
Yeah. Poor Ace got.
That's really funny.
Yeah. How shall we clarify our views on NFTs? Because I'm pretty sure we all hate them.
I don't think anybody in this Twitch chat at this present moment is confused about how we feel about NFTs.
Actually, it turns out this entire time Zenny is an NFT bro.
Yeah,
as well.
Zenny is an NFT bro into crypto. Like, I don't know. I just think it's funny that it just like it was like so popular and it just kind of like fell off so quickly.
Well, because it was stupid and they realized they couldn't.
It's dumb.
Regulate.
Like,
yeah.
Like, it's the whole problem. It's the whole thing with crypto is stupid because people will be like, it's the anti-government money. And it's like, the reason the government has the fucking money is because they regulate it. And they, like, sometimes the government has stuff, and they're supposed to have that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
yeah.
and I've read a lot of things, like, okay, well, I haven't read a lot of things. I don't actively seek out, like, NFT content, but, like, it'll come across, like, from a Twitch stream I'm watching or whatever. Like, the problem with NFTs is eventually, NFTs and, like, crypto and stuff, is eventually it's gonna get regulated, right? And everybody who's been doing, like, tax evasion and stuff with their NFTs and with their, like, cryptocurrency and stuff like that are gonna be able to be tracked down because your crypto wallets are public information.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, like, insane to me that somebody would want to, like, I don't know, fuck around with that. Also, we chose you, Xenia, because, I don't know, funny.
Funny.
I looked at chat and said the first time I saw it, and your name stands out as the bright green.
Yeah, you do have, like, the most, like, standout-ish name in chat.
So
Funny, haha,
so
yeah.
you got picked on.
Yeah, hold on, what are we holding on for? Oof. So sorry, Xenia.
I need a name for my shiny Chinchino.
What is your shiny?
I sent a picture to it in your Discord.
Okay. Fruitcake votes Greg. I vote,
Do you want to see it before you decide?
I've seen it, yeah. I don't know, should we all vote on what to name Edgy's Pokemon?
Sure, but if it's dumb, I'll cry.
Chat, time to make Edgy cry.
This is so rude!
What were all the things you guys suggested when I was trying to name Fungus?
A lot of very inappropriate for stream.
Yeah, things I
Yeah.
can't say on stream. I want to throw those out.
Okay, I'm really bad at coming up with names. That's like one of my downfalls, is I'm terrible at coming up with names.
I know Fruity didn't say it like as a name, but they said Munchin, and I think that's cute.
Aww.
He just munchin'.
I think we should name it Incel.
No!
I think that's
NFT,
funny.
bro.
Yeah, we should name it NFT, bro.
I'm naming it Munchin. Fuck you
No,
all.
I want to name it NFT, bro.
No.
You're getting outvoted.
We voted.
We
It's
voted.
It's my Pokemon, you farts.
We're outvoting you.
Well, Munchin. I'm naming him Munchin, and there's nothing you can do about it.
What the fuck? I'm so offended. I'm crying, pissing, shitting. Throwing up. What are other adjectives? Or verbs? Oh, what the fuck happened?
Oh.
Oh.
Did you change your screen? Oh, here we are.
Here we go.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
BRB. There we go.
No, I'm looking up Reddit posts because I was just kind of scrolling through Felix's, and one of them got deleted. I was like, oh, I'll just use Undit. And I searched in, like, part of the title,
Yeah.
and the first result was not what I was looking for, but it is from the Kick Roleplay subreddit, which I didn't know existed.
Oh, Jesus, that's a thing?
Wait, is it like people talking about their experiences with Kick Roleplay, or is it people looking for like
For Kick Roleplay partners. Which one is it?
The title just says multiple roleplay prompts for kinky and literate gals.
Ah! That sucks so much.
Does Kick still exist?
I think so.
I didn't know this.
I thought it died, or is it just like Kick
I-
in name, and do people like do roleplay still?
I don't know. I already. It only got. Never mind. I think I'm done using Undit for the day.
That's so funny.
I added more of the title, and I got the worst result.
Fruit changed their color.
Yeah, Fruit, you're purple.
Oh.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
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 Crazy.
Kinda crazy. I just realized everybody chatting in chat right now has like the first badge, and I think that's kind of cool.
Swag.
Got
Yeah.
all our Supporters.
Yeah, very
Yours,
cute.
technically, but...
Yoink. I'm trying out different colors because I'm quirky, you know?
I love that for you.
Yeah, I don't know why Discord does the thing where it sometimes, like, changes the color of your chat that, like, you can see. Because that was happening to you the other day.
Yeah,
But it's
well,
like...
I think it was just because my my monitor has like weird visual settings.
Interesting. Interesting. You have a bunk-ass monitor?
Yeah.
You know, maybe we should crowdfund for Ace to get a new monitor so he doesn't have to stream on one laptop screen.
Still thinking about how Ace used to bully me for streaming on one laptop screen.
It's the worst way to do it.
It's the only way. Ew, fruit. I hate that color.
That is literally highlighter yellow.
That is
fruit.
That's
fucking
not great.
piss. That is wretched.
But yeah, it is kind of funny that now you're streaming
Yeah.
on one.
I just think I have to do it. Doesn't mean it's not worthy to get
Yeah.
made fun of.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll all be making some sort of money soon.
Cries.
We'll need to
pisses.
assume I'll spend it on the second monitor.
I know. If I have money, it's probably going to like Dunkin'.
Fruitcake's trying out pumpkin orange.
I like the pumpkin orange.
That's not that bad. Yeah, what should we spend my first paycheck on? Let's talk about that.
Dunkin',
What should we spend my...
Dunkin'.
Okay, well, Dunkin' is an obvious one. The yellow stuck on your screen. Oh, very sorry. Well, you chose to put it there. But yeah, for reference chat, we're all, like, technically unemployed, but I recently got a freelance job, which pays a lot better than anything that I've done before, in most recent context. So what should we spend my first paycheck on?
Dunkin'.
Well, obviously Dunkin'. We're not going to spend the whole thing on Dunkin'.
Why not?
Because that is a lot of Dunkin', if we would.
Yeah, that's the point.
Like, spend $100 on Dunkin'? Why would we do that?
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, but we're gonna get full.
What if we spend it $100 on Dunkin' over like 3 days?
I'm gonna get tired of Dunkin' then.
Ugh.
What would you spend money on if you had money on right now, Ace?
Bills?
Oh no. That's fair, that's valid.
I like this bubblegum pink that you've got.
Yeah, I like this color. Ooh, the more
I have a
pastel
question.
one
Does
is
it
cute
have-
too.
To be in an Am I the A-hole subreddit, or can it be from any? Because I sometimes send best Redditor updates too.
I think anything is fine. We don't have to limit it.
Okay.
What do you mean, Fruit? I currently see everything okay on screen.
The screen looks okay to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I would vote kind of anything for if we decide to do a Reddit React at the end.
Yeah, I'm okay with anything so long as it's like good.
Yeah, as long as it's like juicy details, you know what I mean? Is Twitch breaking for Fruit? I'm so sorry. I'm
Rip.
keeping a very close eye on my bitrate since we've all had problems with lag recently.
And there's literally nothing else for us to be doing other than like watching stream.
Yeah.
So...
Fruity's back. Crab Rave, everybody celebrate. I do like these two recent colors, Fruit, by the way.
Yeah, I like this like pastel lavender
I know.
kind of moment.
Yeah. If my branding wasn't so much like dark purple and red, I'd go with something like that.
Well, you could change your branding.
No, I like my branding. What I'm saying is hypothetically if I were to change it. You know.
I just think like I like pastel-y aesthetics. I just think they don't match my personality and the way I act.
Yeah. I get that. Ace, if you could change your aesthetic once and for all, what would you change it to? If you had to. Like, you have no choice.
I'd probably just like a dark blue that's almost purple.
Stop.
Ace
That's
is
rather
colorblind.
autistic of you.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I can't see purple, so I just choose purple again.
I can't choose purple, so I just choose purple again.
No,
That's-
I can't see.
Oh, you can't
That's...
see it?
Yep. So I just choose purple again, and nobody knows.
Dark academia lesbian. That's your... If Fruit could change their aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to like completely rehaul my stream aesthetic, I'd probably go. Man, I don't know, because I really do like the kind of like haunted house aesthetic of a lot of my stuff.
Yeah.
I just think I
You
would
s-
want it to be more personalized to like edgy.
Yeah.
You said if I had to change it, I would just do man, and I thought that's where you would end that sentence.
Stop.
I would just become a man.
And I thought man was the aesthetic, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm becoming a man, guys.
Fruity says I really like this purple, but I feel more pink. Valid.
That is valid. Pink is the best color.
Pink is a good color. I think if I could like completely override my entire aesthetic, like me personally, I don't know what I'd do with myself. You know what? I think I'd really play into like the goth yee. You know, I'd be a goth cowboy for real.
I love that.
Even though I already am, I just don't dress like it.
If you had unlimited money, like if I had unlimited money for clothes, I feel like I would be an aesthetic girly. I just have no money for clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think you have good style. You
I'm
know.
just broke.
Yeah. What would you change it to, Ace, if you had unlimited money? What would your aesthetic be?
Probably a little bit more alternative than I'm doing now and more feminine things.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I'd probably be one of those people that is either like fully head to toe pink or like very like black. Like it's no matter what, it's monochrome, but it's either pink or like black and red.
Yeah. Alternative is always a cool style. Yeah, I feel like we all have like alternative as a style for us.
Yeah.
Like even though like obviously we're poor and we can't like spend hundreds of dollars on outfits, I feel like we all tend to.
The true alternative though is poor.
Yeah, it is. Punk is poor. Let's be
also,
real.
I love this lemon yellow color fruity.
Yeah, Fruit's trying out lemon
And I was looking
yellow.
at those very cute.
It's
I
cute.
know, I love that.
Or like a pastel yellow. Yeah.
That's a gorgeous shade of yellow.
Yeah, better than the piss highlighter yellow green thing.
See, yellow has to be the right shade for me to love it.
It's called butter. That's so cute.
That's great.
I much prefer lemon.
I vote fruity stays butter.
Yeah, fruity, you should say butter.
Yeah. Get butter.
Butter
butter
to
soon.
me is more of like more white.
Yeah, I think like real butter is like a little bit lighter.
I would call that like banana yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's closer to like, it's not quite lemon, you know, but
There might be a color named fruitcake, but not on like
No.
Twitch.
I was looking out there.
Yeah,
I just got
Twitch is-
fruitcake recipes.
Twitch is pretty limited in like what your identity looks like for like colors, and you have to like input your own hex codes. That's what I'm guessing Fruit is doing, is inputting hex codes.
I
They have
did
some
find it-
pre-made.
Yeah. I found an ambrosia fruitcake color palette.
Cute. So if you blend those all
God.
together, you're gonna get like a shit brown, and that's fruitcake. Not you, fruitcake, the color, I mean. I'm not calling you a shit. I promise.
I will. No, I
Wow,
won't.
Ace. That's so mean.
I took it back immediately. So,
That's so
only
mean.
half count.
Ace, what the fuck? Yeah, you've hurted Fruitcake's feelings. How could you?
I heard it.
Wow.
Yeah, you hurted Fruitcake's feelings.
Can I play with your label maker, Felix?
Yeah, don't waste too much of it, but yeah.
Oh.
Fruitcake's going dark.
How does it work?
Well, you have to turn it on. So, for context, when I was like 11 or 12, my parents got me a label maker for Christmas. I don't know why they did. They just thought I'd liked it, and they were right. And it's one of my prized possessions. I love it so much. It's a label maker.
The last thing Felix labeled on here was farts.
Yeah, and it was a box that I gave to Ace. And I labeled
don't
it farts.
Yep, it was lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question about Twitch TOS. If I don't say this lore, can I tell a story that involves one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
just, like, clarify it as, like, the F slur, because obviously, like, yeah.
Yeah. It's the T slur, basically. I don't even remember how it happened. But Loops and I were messing around, and now to the back of my phone is stuck the T slur. I needed it in my wallet at a family function, so I open it, and I'm digging through, and I forgot that was back there, and I laughed at it, and like, basically a grandma leans over, and she goes, "Why does the back of your phone say Tiffany?" And I had to in front of the entire family go, "It doesn't say Tiffany."
I would have just pretended it did.
Oh, that would have been smarter.
Yeah, you could have
I
been
don't-
like, oh yeah, like, my friend gave me an old name tag. Like, don't even worry about it. Ooh.
Poem was horrified. She hates
Ooh, I like
slur
the blue.
usage.
Yeah, that's like an ice blue fruit. That's kind of cool.
Is Ace
That is a
talking
very
right now?
neat. I like
Huh?
the
Is
little
Ace
pastel.
talking right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you probably yanked out your cord.
I think I did.
Oh, good going.
Technical difficulties. Beep, beep, beep. We should get like a little technical difficulties card to put on stream, just because I would anticipate that the podcast is probably what we're gonna have the most issues with overall.
I mean, when you have 3 people versus just like one
Yeah.
who's focused on.
Yeah, like
You have-
three. Can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. You're so smart and technology savvy.
Thanks. I literally just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
That was a bad high five. Give me a real high five.
Also,
Better.
guys, it's September, so if
September.
if you have some extra money but burning a hole in your pocket, subs are what, like 25% off? Or
Yeah.
something? You should.
September. This kind of rust red is interesting fruit. I don't know if I love it.
I don't love that for you.
That's red?
It's like a.
It's like an orangey red.
It's like a dark orangey red, like a rust color.
I thought rust was brown.
Yeah, you're colorblind.
It is a brown of sorts. What did you just put on my mic? What did you put?
So funny.
Edgy put homo bleep on my microphone. It's now labeled like that.
Getting hate crimed on the podcast.
Yeah, I got guys. I just got hate crimed live on television.
It certainly setting a tone for the first episode there, huh?
Yeah.
And I would do it again.
Fruitcake now has this like cream color.
I like the cream
I
color.
Not
I
bad.
much prefer the banana color though.
Yeah.
When we turn this over to Spotify audio, this fruity bit is gonna be great.
Yeah, audio listeners, so sorry. Go watch it on YouTube if you audio listeners, go watch it on YouTube and subscribe.
Do we have
People
a
who
YouTube channel?
watch podcasts on YouTube scare me. That's wrong.
I prefer to watch
love-
podcasts
yeah.
on YouTube.
Because then you can I love when there's like a visual element.
Yeah. Well, cuz like I think I have podcasts that I really like listening to in the car, and then I have podcasts that I really like watching, you know, like cuz I don't have a car, so they're all watching right now. So, I don't know. I just like to watch them. I also have trouble concentrating if I don't have something to watch for it. So, but that's just me.
You're on.
What the fuck? Tell the audio listeners I said hello. Fruit says hello, audio listeners. You asked a question earlier about the YouTube. So we have a Gmail. So yes, we have a YouTube. I just haven't formatted it and stuff quite yet.
So yeah, this is gonna get uploaded to YouTube, and are we gonna try and figure out how to upload it to Spotify?
I think that would be kind of fun.
I think it's a lot easier to upload a podcast to Spotify than it is to upload music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Spotify's pretty strict about how they do it.
Yeah, so I think we will try to upload it to Spotify. And I mean,
We'll
it
see how
should
good
be,
the audio comes out.
yeah. Hopefully it'll be fine. As long as we don't have any a lot of bitrate drops and stuff, it should be fine. But we'll see. I mean, you don't sound that bad, Ace.
Yeah, I mean, you just sound like you're on a Discord call.
Yeah. Yeah, ideally, alright, so everybody, you have to subscribe and tell your friends to come watch the podcast so we can make an excuse to spend more money on the podcast. Spotify is interesting, yeah.
If you sub to Felix right now, we'll be able to make this podcast more high production.
Yeah, subscribe with Prime, follow,
Donate to
donate.
my PayPal.
Yeah,
I had money
Edgyfacade at gmail.com.
right now to spare time to continue my sub.
yeah, so sorry, Busty.
Somebody should Venmo me $10 so I can continue my vlog sub.
That's funny. I am subbed. Thank you for the subs, Zenia. I'm already subbed. Yeah, most of the people in my chat are already subbed. Although, Fruitcake, you tried out a charcoal gray. That wasn't bad. I still like the yellow better.
I love the banana. That was really a pretty color.
And this kind of tan is also kind of cute, but I don't feel like it really fits you.
Yeah, that's not fruitcake vibes.
Yeah. Just, obviously chat can't see it on because I have, where my chat, goes away after a few seconds. But, in the chat, you can just see Fruitcake's, all of Fruitcake's, different,
I know,
colors.
yeah, I was just scrolled up and was looking at them.
But yeah, it is September. It is September. So when you resubscribe to me, because everybody's gonna resubscribe to me, right? I'm just kidding. You don't have to feel obligated.
No, you should.
No,
should feel
don't
weird.
make people feel pressured.
Is there anything stopping me from redeeming things?
No.
Redeeming
Wait, during the podcast?
I mean, yeah, you can technically if you want. Make it a little more interesting if you want. What are you gonna play?
Interesting. Oh,
Or,
no, I was just technically I could make a fart noise, or I could just be a really big dick and take a shot.
yeah,
at
redeem a
6:30.
fart noise. if there is any audio listeners, I feel peer pressured. Look, you made Zennia feel peer pressured.
Yeah, you should. Give us money.
If there is any audio listeners, I have like a couple like gags in my chat where you can redeem channel points. One of them is redeeming a fart noise, where I make a fart noise in chat.
This is kind of also why I like threw out the idea of like maybe we should make a no obligations Twitch later on.
Yeah, I think too that I agree with that as well. And I mean, like, I feel like also we could also just do like, if it gets to the point where we're bringing in a lot of separate viewers, but we're not quite to the point where we want to make like a separate Twitch channel for it, I could just say anything that's like redeemed during this podcast, I will like refund, and then once we actually move over to a new Twitch channel, like we'll have like obviously like, I don't know what you would call it, like themed redemptions and stuff, because I think that would be interesting, definitely. Having like podcast redemptions.
I like how your VTuber is kind of like looking up at my picture.
I know.
That was very funny.
Well, it's because it's like can't really quite decide who to capture.
It's admiring fungus.
Yeah, fungus.
Oh,
It's like you're talking directly to my little picture.
Fungus. Have we told the story of how you've gotten fungus on stream before?
I've mentioned before he was a birthday present from Edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so good
fungus.
at smart.
And then I think I came up with his name.
Yes.
I was
like, what should I name him? And I got a bunch of things I cannot say on stream for TOS reasons.
But
And
like,
then
to put in context, shithole was also like in contention, so it was that vibe.
I was ignoring these two as they were naming things, and then like they threw out fungus, and I was like, hold on, that's actually kind of cute.
Well, because I think it was in the context of like we were saying like foot fungus or like
Yeah.
fungal infection.
They were saying like,
fungus, yeah.
yeah, like it was like right after like yeast infection. So it was
yeah,
like,
vaginal fungus.
Fruitcake is having us choose a number. What shall we choose as our number?
Eight.
3.
8 and 3, whichever one gets you better odds. Or 83 if you need a double-digit number.
Or what about 38?
Or 38.
well, I said 8 first.
Yeah,
so
Ace did say 8
Are
first.
you, homo?
I was ready.
Hey,
You weren't.
no arguing. 8. No fighting. No
Actually,
biting.
the podcast is just where Edgy and I take out our beef with each other, and
Yeah.
Felix moderates it.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you have any grievances you want to bring to the table?
Yeah, actually, Ace, you stink like shit. Fix that.
Well, I don't think I do, so get over
You
yourself.
can't smell!
Oh, so now we're being ableist.
I'm saying
Yeah.
you can't smell. You don't know if you smell.
So you're saying people with disabilities can't do all the things that people without disabilities can.
That's literally
what disabilities
the
are.
point. That's
I know. I'm being a dick.
Alright. We're gonna start a poll.
What is the
Who's the asshole?
poll?
Ace or Edgy?
I made really decent food the other day, despite most of it requiring me to cook until whatever it was.
Alright, 1 minute poll. Who's the asshole? Just click the number generator 83 times. Got this color. Okay. It's like a little olive color. I like that. That's not bad. Alright.
Hey,
Chat, you have to vote. Who's the asshole? Oh no.
Edgy.
Here, I'll even it out a little bit.
I don't think the channel can vote multiple times, can you?
I don't
You
know.
can. I'm not going to waste my things on this, but on record you can.
I did limit the amount of channel points you could spend on it, so.
No, you just up the amount of channel points you have to
You guys
spend.
do not see the amount of
Oh.
abuse Edgy puts me through.
Yeah, they actually hit you every day. This is a joke. Twitch moderators, please.
The emotional abuse I have suffered living under their roof.
L.
Yeah, how's that therapy search going?
I'm working on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace, unfortunately, you are the asshole.
And I spent 13,000 channel points.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm funny.
Twitch chat has decided. I feel like it might have been a little
Well,
bit biased, but I'm not going to look into
I
that.
feel like so too. This is like if you like were making alt accounts and commenting.
It's literally a Felix could have turned this feature off, and they chose not to.
Should I rerun it without the
Well,
feature?
there-
No!
Yes.
No, we need to move on from this bit, guys. We
No.
can't be stuck in this bit.
You just don't want to lose.
Perhaps. I'll click end stream right now.
No. Here, we'll
And I'll kick
switch.
you from.
For...
Don't forget who's admin over all the Discords you're in.
I'm literally in the same room as Felix. You kicking me from the Discord does not stop me from speaking. Like,
I can remove you from the podcast, though, is what I'm saying.
yeah, no, you can't, because the mic for the podcast is in front of me.
Alright, revote. LMAO, please don't end stream. I really like this ice one fruit. Like, this one's a little bit more icy, like,
Ooh,
bluey.
that is cool. I still like the banana one.
Yeah, I think Edgy's really voting for the banana
I would
one.
just like to point out that I had accepted I was the a-hole. Edgy can't. So, like, just consider that dynamic.
Hey, shut up, gay.
Alright, chat, there's another vote.
I'm not.
There's another vote in chat of who's the
you
asshole.
dicks.
Ace or Edgy. Everybody go vote. I will not be voting on this because conflict of interest. Everybody go vote. Go vote, go vote.
Go vote.
And if it's a tie, then
Then
Everyone's
he's the
sucks.
asshole.
then you both shit your pants.
Okay. You know, I'm okay with that. I shit my pants on the daily, it's fine.
On the daily, when did this start happening?
Yeah, I shit my pants right now.
You're doing a really good job at hiding it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm telling you about it. I shit my pants right now.
Alright. It's
Alright,
a
time to
tie!
shit our
Everyone
pants, Ace.
sucks.
Time to shit our
No.
pants, Ace.
You have fun with that. I
Everybody
will
get
not.
on their worst pair of pants and shit
So
it.
Ace is the asshole because Ace is refusing the "Am I the asshole?" punishment. How dare you?
Fruitcake says
That-
you're being very brave.
I'm an
about it.
adult,
Thank you.
and you cannot make me do anything.
Shit your pants. Shit your pants.
Shit your pants. Shit your pants. Imagine if everybody in chat just started going shit, shit.
Shit,
I
shit, shit, shit.
Your podcast is turned
I
against
won't make a
yours.
habit out of doing that, but it's really funny. Just not. Their little VTuber thing is still talking, and that's hilarious.
What? Felix's VTuber or mine? The Edgy for Pop is my VTuber. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh wait, no, I just realized I'm stupid. God dang it. I muted and deafened you guys.
Please.
Stop! That's really funny.
Idiot.
Yeah.
I
Oh
need
well, it was funny to me.
I think it would be very funny if I made the little Edgy for Pop my PNG YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, my PNG YouTuber.
That's
I think
yeah,
it'd be
that
kinda
one's really cute. I like the butter one.
Yeah, I like the butter one too.
Yeah.
Should we make another? I feel bad making like a whole bunch of like polls in chat because we're gonna upload this other places later. I was gonna be like, okay, chat votes if they like fruit's color. Or
No,
not.
I don't. No, stick with the banana. I
Yeah.
like the banana.
Audio listeners, Fruitcake has gone back to this really pretty banana color, and if you want to see it, go subscribe to our YouTube channel where it will be uploaded. Yay!
Woo!
Yeah, I think turning your little Edgy Foot Pop into a VTuber though would be really cute.
That would be funny.
'Cause-
I think it'd be funny if we like ever got like, if Ace ever got their VTuber set up and we could figure out a way to have like their VTuber and your VTuber on the screen at the same time, and then just like me little in the corner screaming Popcat. I
Yeah.
think that'd be really funny.
Yeah. Well, so I think that how to do that is, hey, who did that?
I think probably Ace because
Oh, yes, also yes.
I like being a contrarian.
So I think the way that we would have VTubers on screen is that Ace would have to have OBS open and screen. No, they could just screen share their VTuber avatar, I think.
Yeah,
with the
through
program.
Discord,
I
yeah.
could also just like, you know what I use for stream?
Mhm.
I guess you probably don't. Is I use those links.
Right.
Those don't have to be used for OBS. Those can be used for anything. So
Yeah.
I could just literally do that,
Yeah, you
and
could just
you
put,
just click a link and pull it up.
You
Yeah.
could just put like Ace's link in your OBS and like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we could do something with yours. I don't know.
Well, mine wouldn't be a VTuber. It would just be the little podcast.
Yeah. But would you have it where it's synced up to, like, when you talk, or would you just
No.
have it popping?
It would just pop.
Okay.
Because I think that's funny.
Because yeah, chat has decided that also yes has won for a landslide, and did fruit choose a good color, and the runner-up was yes.
Those are the only two
Those
choices.
were the only two choices. Because I've seen like VTubers or like PNGs where they have it just as like a 2 animation, so it opens or it closes, but like it's like when they talk, it pops and it's like synced up to that.
Yeah, but like I think it's funnier if I'm just in the corner popping.
Yeah, I think that's also cute. Here, I can just move you down there now.
Yeah, put me in the corner. Put me in the corner.
You want to be in the corner?
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, that's what
Here,
I want.
and then we'll
Put you and Ace on the same level.
yeah. Here, we can make both of us bigger.
I love it. It's perfect. I love these visual gags.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be so great translated audio.
I think there's a lot of podcasts that have similar things go on, so.
No, I listen to one that very much relies on visual stuff that I just suffer.
Yeah.
But
No, put me back in the corner.
for anyone who is not here, my Twitch profile pic has just been made big. Felix's VTuber has just been made big, and Edgy is in the little red corner, not the true
Yeah.
corner, the red one.
Yeah.
I love it. This is where I belong. This is my home.
Back in the closet.
Stop. There you go.
Yeah.
This is how the podcast should be from now on. Or maybe I should just make Edgy like dance around the screen the entire time, going around and sitting on different things. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now Edgy is sitting on top of Ace's profile picture.
Yeah, leave me there.
That's actually really cute. Yep.
I love it. There's nothing I love more than being a little mischievous guy.
Yeah, we could do where we put it a different place every podcast. That's kind of cute.
That is
Yep.
funny.
Sometimes we shrink it really small, and whoever finds it first
Yeah,
wins.
And sometime we can do this. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm.
you can make it eat Felix. We could do it so like Felix is like chewing something out, and then it closes, and you can't see it.
It would probably take some animating to make it like be able to actually.
Oh
go
yeah,
inside,
like it'd
but-
be so.
No, here what you do is you turn off your VTuber right as it closes its mouth. Okay, so
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
like. Yeah.
It's hard to time. It's hard to time because it's a gag.
The watching it is hilarious. 'Cause it's not timed at all.
No, it's not. It's not time for us either. It's just hard to time it properly.
I
Here.
love it. I
We'll
love
put
it.
we'll put
Yep.
Edgy back on Ace. If y'all want to see that video gag, go subscribe to our YouTube.
What wonderful audio.
Yeah. Hey, I like sometimes I like listening to audio podcasts that just have like a bunch of giggling and stuff in the background. Like,
No, so it's like, what are you giggling at?
yeah,
Yes, can't admit to that because I know we are nerds.
yeah. Credit to all of our artists for making us cool things.
Yeah, all
It's
of our
very
artists
Yeah.
are very puggers.
If you go !art in chat, all of my artists can will pop up. And it's raining, so mascot job got canceled, so I'm gonna be here the whole stream probably. Let's go, Fruit!
Nice.
Woo!
How long are we gonna stream? I don't think we discussed that.
No, we didn't. Do you want to decide now?
How long have we been streaming?
We've been streaming for almost 50
40,
minutes.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like maybe an hour and a half?
Yeah, we could do an hour and a half. I'd be happy with that. What do you feel, Ace?
That works for me.
Yeah, because I feel like podcasts that are an hour feel like they get cut short. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
sometimes I
Yes.
feel like they're too short.
Well, we could like aim for an hour and a half, and if we're longer or shorter than that, then
It's
we'll-
fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I feel like episodes of things have gotten longer over the years.
Yeah.
I'm watching a series from like 2011 on YouTube, and each episode is 20 minutes, and it's killing
Yeah.
me slowly.
Well, it's because YouTube. What have you done, fella?
Don't worry. Just hold on.
Aw.
Just hold on.
I just saw it.
our no, you should stretch it across YouTube.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm gonna do. Like that.
I'm so glad
you
you-
can move them a little closer. Like move you and Ace a little closer.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you've deemed to share your table with me.
But
Wait, put Edgy Foot Pop over Edgy on the desk.
No, there needs to be two edgies. That's important to me.
Okay.
Basically the reason YouTube videos used to be shorter is because the YouTube algorithm used to prefer shorter videos,
Right.
and now it prefers longer form content because the YouTube algorithm can't be consistent to save its own goddamn ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still prefer the long because I feel like he's just getting started. And he's like, okay, and I'll see you next time. And the series is over. It's been done for years.
Yeah.
It was created in 2011. But it's making it hard to binge watch.
Yeah, I much prefer long form content. Like, give me a YouTube video that's like 45 minutes long.
Healthy
I love that
boundaries.
shit. Personal space.
Can I rotate this?
Yeah, you can right click on it,
Yeah,
transform.
yeah.
Healthy boundaries.
There we go. Do you want to have? I think we've told that story before.
What?
Of
I mean, if we have, I'm not against retelling it.
Yeah, we could retell it. I think it's a funny story. Can I change the color of that?
Yeah, you have.
Oh yeah.
So, Hoim, my pseudo mom, she is bi, so she has some knowledge of the LGBT community, but the problem is, once she came out, she kind of just stopped learning any new, and so her knowledge is very, very outdated. That's why, like, I don't ever
You
call
put
her
me on
queer.
Ace's
She
head.
hates that. Yep.
Oh.
The issue is, she has two very queer children who are very in the know, and we have to keep explaining things to her. So I explained to her, like, hey, I fall under the polyamorous like umbrella, and she understood that because that was not a new concept. But then I tried to explain to her a QPR of like a friendship
A queer
that wasn't
platonic
quite a
relationship. For anybody
friendship.
who doesn't know what that is.
Yes, and that one she didn't quite grasp. So when I told her I'm going to move cross country to go live with two friends, she thinks that these are like friends.
Yeah, as in
And-
relationship friends, not just
Yep.
friendship friends.
And then I took Felix to a wedding as like my platonic +1. And I think it just solidified any views. She called him a very nice young man.
She's not wrong.
And then- Yeah, well,
Oh, the desk
it
is
was-
cutting off chat.
Yeah, I got it.
yeah. And then when we were having a dinner together, Hoim wasn't even in the room, and Felix was sitting too close to me, so I was like, healthy boundaries as I moved away. And then Hoim walks in and is like, yeah, healthy boundaries.
Move it down a little
Hoim is like, I know this one.
bit. I think that's perfect.
My favorite thing is when I call her, and she's like, how's Edgy and Felix doing? I'm like,
Also, for
existing.
go ahead. Anything else you have to say for that story?
No, that was it.
That was it. Free Cake put in chat,
Yeah.
my art teacher told me to take a picture of my fruit so I can paint it for later, and I took a pic and drew a face and an ass on it.
As you should.
As you should.
The
I
best
also,
kind of.
I think it would be a really funny bit, Ace, if the next time you call Hoim and she's like, so, how's Edgy and Felix doing? If you were just like, oh, we just got done fucking.
Yeah, that would be really funny. You can't lie for shit, but it would be funny.
It would be funny for like the 2 seconds.
This is my
Yeah.
this is my pseudo mother.
Yeah, it'd be
Would you
funny.
tell your mother that?
Yeah,
it was a
as
funny
as
bit, yeah.
joke, yeah.
I told my parents that I had cum on my degree, so for reference, I think I talked about it in chat before, but
You did. I
have I graduated
funny.
cum laude, and so my degree has cum on it. Woo.
Yeah, every time my
so
mom
happy.
used to, whenever I would leave the house, my mom would always say like, "Make good choices," and I would always say, "I'm gonna smoke crack off a hooker's asshole," and then leave. And then so I have a very jokey relationship with my mother.
Yeah, I don't know if I quite would say that. Well, okay, I would say that to my mom, but she would go, "Oh my god, you can't say that."
Yeah. I feel I could say it to Hoim. I feel like she'd be horrified by it though.
Probably.
My mom would think it's funny.
I like our little hey, audio listeners, go look at it on YouTube. I like our little overlay now.
Our little desk
I
setup.
think
know,
it's
it's
cute.
great.
It looks more like us, you know, more
Yeah, it
clever
does.
than instead of just three of
Yeah.
us floating on a screen. So if we have VTubers, then we could even make this look like a little bit more immersive and look really cute, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I need to center it a little bit better, but I can do that off stream.
Yeah, I mean maybe once I'm once we move into the other room, maybe I could, like, look seriously into turning that into a PNG tuber.
Yeah.
But I do also think it's funny that it's just a GIF.
Yeah. Well, it's true because you talk a lot, so you're just always talking.
What the fuck? Fuck you!
Yeah, no, it's accurate. They're right.
Exactly. See, I'm always right. Heart.
This sucks.
What the fuck?
I hate it.
I love the fact that when you turn to where I know Edgy is in the room, based on where things are, it looks like you're turning to their little V2, like, PNG thing. GIF.
It does! It looks like you're, like, looking up at me. Wait, look at me in real life. Yeah, it does look like you're looking up at me.
Too bad Cackle didn't draw me with arms, because I could just go, like, whack. Here.
I think we could just, like, create, like, a little animation. Doesn't even have to be with arms. Just create a little animation
Yeah.
of an arm smacking.
Yeah, and you have it so it's like the fart noise every whatever, so it just happens every once in a while.
Yeah,
Here,
you
ready,
just
ready?
create a hand that smacks and flattens.
Ready,
Yeah.
whack.
Oh,
Just create, like, people spend channel points just to whack Edgy.
that would be the #1 most used channel points. People love to see me
Suffer.
cry.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah, we could maybe ask, like, Keckle or Fruit to do something, like, create, like, a little whack. And maybe create, like, a big hammer and it just, like, flattens me for a second.
Yeah, we could create a bonk, you know?
Yeah. Just, and then you get, like, U-shaped.
Yeah. Well, because it would be really easy to just have, like, another GIF that we overlay on top of the Edgy for Pop, and then I can just make it visible, make it not visible.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't want to code something. Because if you want it, like, redeemed by a channel point, then that's a little bit harder. Although you could have the channel point, like, basically redeem an alert, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a way to do, like, make a channel point, like, do a thing on stream. I don't know how that works, but I know there is a way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked into it a little bit because I thought about when I was going to do a VTuber of if you redeem a channel point, I go into, like, a jail
Yeah.
or you throw something at me. So I know so I have looked into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if it's like interacting with anything in real life, you definitely do have to code it, but if it's like a gimmick that you can put on screen, I think it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, if it just, like, activates a GIF of, like, me getting bonked. Then,
Yeah.
like, whatever.
That'd be really cute. I like that. We'll put that on the list of shit to do.
Yeah, shit to buy.
Yeah. But, kind of on that note of putting extra things into the stream, the fun thing is we're hoping to have some guests on the podcast.
Woo, 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 woo.
I'm sure we will have...
piss.
You're gonna go piss
Yeah, I have
in the
to
middle of the
piss.
podcast?
I'm
How could
sorry.
you?
Well, do you want me to piss my pants?
You had to expected it.
That's
An
so
hour and a
bad.
half. Edgy cannot go an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen them go like 3 hours without pissing once. It was impressive.
Fuck you.
That's gotta be some sort of record.
It was when we were road tripping, so... And the
Oh.
road trip was like 3.5 hours. They didn't quite make it. But yeah, so we're gonna hope to have some guests on the podcast eventually, and we'll kind of have to figure out how we want to do that. Whether we just have like another picture, or like I don't know.
Extends the table.
Yeah. Pull up
Oh,
somebody else's
have you ever
table.
like been at Thanksgiving and like you're not a kid anymore, so the adults are like, "Oh, we'll put you at the adult table." But they clearly didn't think about it until you got there. So then they get the little card table that wobbles. Like we could
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm
We'll
just
get-
built different, but we didn't have like a kids table at Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Well, I think
well,
I don't
that's
know.
a very common practice. So
Yeah, I know. I think it's like for a long time it was just my sister and I. So like there wasn't really a point of
Oh.
that. Because then we'd just be eating alone, you know, and it'd be sad. But I know that the kids' table is a pretty normal thing.
yeah,
I just
no,
don't really. I don't get why. You know what I mean? Like why?
yeah, I don't know why either, because it's like
Don't
feels
you?
pointless for family point time.
Yeah, because like don't you eat with your kids every other day? Like,
Yeah, no, my family's got a lot of kids, so
I mean, I think it makes sense in the sense that like. It obviously would be hard to get a big enough table to sit everyone, but why would you just like sequester the kids to one and the adults to the other? Like you could just have everybody mixed together. Like what's the problem with that? You know?
yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to me, but it is what it is. We just never did it because we didn't have enough kids around, and my family's all across the country too. Welcome back.
Yeah, well, at least the thing about the kids table is then we could do the thing where we would eat food, and the adults would turn and look at us and be like, "You better not be eating before we pray." And it's like, no,
No,
not
we
at all.
definitely weren't. Hi.
Hi.
The only
Or like half
Xenia
the plate.
Xenia says only time I was at a kid's table was at a wedding. That's weird.
My family doesn't have
Yeah.
enough kids in it to have a kid.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That
Oh my gosh.
we just had like not enough kids. Well, and also like my cousin is like significantly older than us, so like we were in like elementary school when she was in high school, and my other cousin lives across the country, so we've literally never done a Thanksgiving with them before. You know, there's so many of us. Interesting. Yeah, I mean my family's just really spread out, and a lot of them don't talk to each other anymore. So
No, I have a lot of family in South Dakota, but most of my family's in Montana. Sorry for all the family I just doxed, I guess.
yeah,
Oh well.
I mean those are two. I don't know. It would be hard to get any more information
Oh
other than
yeah,
that.
I'm gonna look for the Anxiouses in South Dakota.
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yep. If you find my parents, you have permission to hit them.
I think with like my extended family, I have over 45 cousins. Xenia, that's insane.
Tell your family to stop fucking.
Yeah, well,
perhaps.
like even with extended cousins, like just in like for like quote unquote my generation, there's me, there's my other cousin that lives in my former state, and then another cousin that lives in like the Midwest, and then well, no, two cousins live in the Midwest, and then one cousin that lives here on the East Coast, and that's it for like my generation. My parents obviously have other cousins, but
I have a few cousins that like are estranged. Like I have a big family, but most of them are estranged, so we don't like talk.
yeah,
I think like not even with extended cousins, I could probably hit like the 30 range.
damn, that's insane to me.
Just cousins.
Yeah, well, I
I
think
need you guys
also-
to know
Go ahead.
that like a lot of people I talk about are actually just like my cousins.
Please.
Yeah. Well, I think also the thing is that like both so like on my dad's side, like he had two other siblings and my mom had four other siblings, and not everybody ended up having kids, you know? Like my aunt on my dad's side didn't end up having kids. Can you stop bumping my chair?
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
You can put your foot on it. It's just distracting me. It's just yelling at you from the YouTuber.
Yeah, your YouTuber's like, can you stop kicking my chair?
Can you stop? I'm gonna kill you. Just kidding.
I love how you just look up at it like this little tiny thing. You're like, knock it off.
You stop kicking my chair, you little freak.
11 in just this generation. Yeah, there's like 5 of us in my generation.
Okay.
Because and then
Um,
like multiple like at least, and then 2 of my mom's siblings didn't end up having kids, and 2 of my mom's siblings had like 1 or 2 kids. So there's just like not as many on my side, like on my generation. They just decided not to have as many kids.
Do I count the kids who were adopted out who came back?
I think those count. Like
Well,
if
they
you
came
Okay, cool.
back,
if you
then
count them
yeah.
as family, then yeah, and like you talk to them or you talk to them.
And complicated, we'll say.
Yeah, but I mean, you get the idea of what I'm saying. Like, you know them a little
Yeah.
bit and whatever. There's like, there's cousins that I don't talk to every day, but like, or even once a year, I barely talk to them, and I still consider them cousins. You know, we just don't talk a lot because we're different ages. Yeah, the other problem is that like some of my cousins are like in their 30s
Hmm.
or 40s, and I'm 20, 22. So
I have a few cousins that are my age, but they're
Yeah.
all estranged.
In my generation and just the cousins, like not like cousins first from just like standard cousins, I have 28.
28.
I think, yeah, 28.
Damn,
So like just my uncles and aunts' kids.
that's insane.
I'm not actually including one family because I don't remember how many kids they have.
Yeah,
Because I don't see them a ton.
so it's even more.
Do you
Well,
what do you
I
guys
mean, it's
wanna do
like
for
2 or 3.
Yeah.
dinner? What do you guys want to do for dinner?
Oh yeah. Chat, would you like to help us decide dinner? Do we want to do anything?
I was
for
gonna try
dinner?
to figure out how to make the buffalo wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
See if I could do it.
Fun.
Well, then
Good luck.
okay, Felix, what do you want to do for dinner?
We have those chimichangas in the freezer.
uh,
You're not feeling that?
nah. Maybe like chicken nuggies.
I only have family on my mom's side, Xenia says. Interesting. I have a little bit on both.
Oh, we're out of frozen potato products though.
We are.
It's a lot easier on my maternal side just because that's a circle real quick.
Oh god, don't even get me started on that. Jesus.
What is the point of having cousins get married and having my grandparents if I can't make jokes about it?
You can make jokes about it. It's absolutely you're
Yeah.
right.
You know what's funny is as a kid I didn't really understand that because my bio mom was born with extra like fingers,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was polydactyly for a really long time. I was like, that's so disappointing that we all had a 50% chance and none of your kids got it. And then they were like, okay, one, it wasn't actually like fingers, and two, don't marry your cousin's kids.
Yeah, it's just bad genes.
Yeah,
My
it's-
dad's family doesn't know I exist. That sucks. That was
Oh,
embarrassing. That sucks.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Family is messed up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have some family members that are pretty much what's the word? Not estranged, just not
Dead to you?
exiled. No, there's a word for it. Not excommunicated. That's for the
Excommunicated?
church.
Oh, dang.
That's from the church.
I'm thinking of it. I can't think of the word right now. But basically like shunned, like disowned. Yeah, there's a couple family members that have like chose not to talk to us, or we haven't chose to talk to them. But you know, it is what it is.
Mhm.
Fun fact: might see some of those families soon. Who knows?
For
Not for Christmas. The thing with my grandma's ashes.
No, that's why I cut myself off, is because I realized myself.
Yeah. Zendaya says my dad got us disowned. Well, your dad sucks, so.
I went and got myself disowned, but I'm okay with
To be
that.
fair, I don't know if I've told this story on stream, but my grandma got my grandpa's family to like disown my mom and her and my grandpa, and then after my grandpa died, that family like came back into my mom's life, like her aunts and uncles and stuff like that, and were like pretending to be really nice to her, and like were like putting on this whole show like, oh, like we missed you so much, like we were always thinking about you, blah 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 blah, and then they stole all of her shit and locked her out of her childhood home.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
and like right after her dad died too. Like,
Yeah.
so
Although she got
why?
it back. She got the house back.
She got all. She didn't get some like stuff back
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
just like she's just non-confrontational, but like
Yeah. At least
But
she got
she-
that, like the house back. Though.
she did get the house back. Yes, I mean she legally
That's-
owned it. Like there's really
Yeah.
not much they could do. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Sucks. Family's hard.
yeah, it
It
was
sucks.
whack.
People can just be so mean too when like money is involved and stuff. It
Yeah.
sucks really badly.
Well, because I mean, I get like wanting, because I think that house was like in the family for a little bit. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't just my grandpa's house.
Yeah.
So I understand like wanting the house and wanting some things of like your brother who died.
Yeah.
But also like, why do you have to fuck over his kid who did nothing to you? Like,
Yeah. Cute.
Oh, like my tweet. Felix-
Are you on Twitter right now on the podcast?
Well, I just wanted to see like if our tweet got any impressions. It did, but so true, fruitcake.
So true, but
So true,
I
but
again left my phone and both my books I've been reading on the other side of the room. I am sitting at a desk with nothing on it but a computer,
how are you
so I
surviving?
would not get distracted.
I'm playing Pokemon
And
and I have my
One
phone.
is on Pokemon, one is on Twitter.
Well,
I just clicked onto Twitter to see if it like had any retweets or anything. You know.
At most, I also close like all my tabs. I turn Discord on Do Not Disturb. The only other things I have is 2 Reddit tabs as different options for you guys.
Yeah. Do we want to start that? We have about 20 minutes left.
Sure.
Yeah,
Here are
fruitcake.
your options.
Fruitcake did retweet it. It's very poggers. Are you
Uh,
gonna send
nice.
it? Are you gonna send it in the Discord?
I'm just gonna read off the titles and then I'll send
Okay.
you guys choose. So from Am I the A-hole is, am I the a-hole for dissing psychiatry in front of a friend whose parents are psychiatrists? That one's a lot shorter.
We probably have time
And-
to do both.
Okay, if we
What's the
want to
other
do
one?
both.
What's the other one though?
OOP cannot live in a party environment. Her boyfriend wears headphones and silently mouths song lyrics in another room in the house.
I think we can do both. I think we could do both. Does
Okay.
chat want to do both?
Who
I think-
wants to read them?
I can read them. I
Okay.
feel like I have a good reading voice.
I don't read out loud, so
I'll bring
Yeah, send them to the Discord and Felix will read them.
I'll
bring the
Felix,
mic-
Ew,
I'll bring the
stop.
mic really
Ew,
close to my and
ew,
do like
stop
some like
it.
Reddit. I'll read it like corpse reading
It's
scary
gonna
stories.
Sound like gross. It's gonna sound
ASMR,
like you
yeah.
breathing is what it's gonna sound like.
Did you send it? Okay, yeah, you did.
yeah.
Oh.
To do that, we have a channel in the fucking podcast Discord that says to do, and the only thing in it is whack edgy.
Very funny, very funny.
Fuck.
I stand by that.
What does that say?
Oh, Fruitcake made new little guys. One says, oh, I like this one. One says personal space, and one says subscribe, bitches. Here, let me pull one of them up.
Where did they send them?
In my Discord.
Okay, because I had things muted, so I can't.
Oh, I love
I like the
that.
personal. I think we should get a desk, which is personal space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put the personal space one up. That's so
I'll put that
cute.
one up.
We should remove crying edgy though. Then,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make it invisible.
if I do my VTuber, if I get like a VTuber like Felix does, I think we need to also get fungus on the desk.
Yeah, that would be really
We
cute.
can put fungus on the desk. Can we do like?
Nice.
Can somebody draw a picture of me fighting fungus?
No.
Um,
Can somebody draw a picture of Edgy losing to fungus?
No.
Where is she? This one.
You just. I'm sorry. If you were that small, a spider would eat you.
No. I'm toxic to spiders. Can spiders eat moths?
Don't know about spiders, but. And. I guess some tarantulas can eat moths. I don't know if black Brazilians can.
You should get rid of
I
the other
assume it
fungus
wouldn't.
then.
I am googling it. I can't assume it'd be good for them if I had to say.
Yeah, I'll
Oops.
poison fungus if he eats me.
There you go.
No, a
Everyone.
Brazilian. People are stupid. I looked up, can a Brazilian black tarantula? And somebody's like, kill you? No, you idiot. It's a New World spider. Getting bit by it's not gonna.
Ace, please. Wait, we were doing something. What were we doing?
Oh,
before?
so
Oh, Reddit.
a black Brazilian tarantula can eat moths.
Well, I'll still punch
Ah.
the inside of its mouth.
They don't have mouths. It's tarantula.
Ace, I hate you.
Alright. Shall we start our Am I the Assholes chat?
Yes.
Okay, and say I think I want to do a new thing with Am I the Assholes, we're gonna run a poll in chat, so chat can
Wait,
decide.
can you fix me first? I'm floating.
Oh, yeah. I want to do a thing where we do a poll in chat where, like, chat gets to decide, like, am I the asshole, or we can, like, have, and then if it's not, like, am I the asshole, we have, like, two sides, and we were just, like, because most of these have, like, two sides to it, right? I think it's, like, fun to have, like, chat be able to vote on it, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I also sometimes just choose the most drama-filled ones, or like just, man,
Yeah.
this guy's a really big dick.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, are we ready?
Yes.
Alright. Am I the asshole for dissing psychiatry in front of a friend whose parents are psychiatrists? Context. I have had bad experiences with psychiatry. I have seen people around me become heavily dependent on SSRIs and have very marginal improvements, and sometimes none at all. So I've resolved to never take any psychiatric medication unless if I start having hallucinations or something. Interesting. Okay. Never mind, I'll just keep my mouth shut so far.
We'll reserve judgment until the end.
So after the poll.
I was at a gathering with friends and mentioned that I have difficulty being focused and motivated. One of them said I could see if I could get a diagnosis of adult ADHD. I said I don't believe in psychiatry, and they all looked at me like I'm some kind of anti-medicine and essential oils or quack or something. I started having a back-to-back with one girl in particular whose parents are psychiatrists and said I fully believe in modern medicine, but think psychiatry is the least scientific of all medical fields, and psychiatrists have a huge issue of overprescribing with no caution about the side effects of what they prescribe. She became personally offended as if I was attacking her parents' qualifications. She said arguing with me is like arguing with an anti-science anti-vaxxer, and it doesn't matter what facts are because I'll believe my nonsense anyways. It became a lot more heated than a friendly argument, so I ended up leaving, and the next day, people from the party suggested I apologize since I'm the one who, quote-unquote, started it. I didn't want to apologize because it's not my fault she took my generalized beliefs as being directed against her parents specifically. Personally, I don't care about this issue and would be happy to just agree to disagree, but I can't apologize for something that's not my fault.
I'm also getting
Do we
poll
want to
up.
discuss before we do the poll, or do we want to do the poll and then discuss?
I think poll would be more interesting.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, I think poll, so everybody's views are what their first, like, thought are, and then we can discuss, and then if we want to, we can revote. What?
This, like... I have thoughts.
Yeah? Have you voted?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I wonder what you voted.
Can I start discussing while the poll is going on?
Let's give it a little bit more time. Let it get past the halfway point. So if anybody in chat wants their voice heard about whether they think this person's the asshole or not, go ahead and vote. Also, if you need a description of the acronyms, it's pretty straightforward. In ours, it has no one's the asshole, not the asshole, you're the asshole, everybody's the asshole.
It's the standard ones. The only ones I didn't include was info because
we can't.
There's
give
no
more info.
yeah. There's no way to give more
Yeah.
info. We could like troll the comments a bit. They did some responses,
Yeah.
but it's not worth looking into. I already have my feelings about this.
Yeah. If we feel like we have to, then we can go look in comments. But like us, if you ask us a question, we aren't gonna have it.
Yeah.
So chat has unanimously decided that they're the asshole. Would anybody like to share their thoughts before the person who's a psych major weighs in?
Well, okay. I think it's fair to be distrusting of psychiatry, especially, and I do agree that a lot of psychiatrists really abuse their position and don't take it as seriously as they should, and don't listen to their patients, and perhaps prescribe the wrong things or overprescribe because they don't put enough care into their field.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's perfectly normal and reasonable to be distrusting of psychiatrists, but to say as a whole, like, to say,
I don't believe in psychiatry.
I don't believe in psychiatry is insane. Like, if that's not right for you, like, medication isn't right for you, sure. But, like, it's a hesitant you're the asshole, because, like, you're allowed to not like psychiatrists, but you are a piece of shit. Like, you went to a fucking party and you started this fight for no reason. Like, you're an asshole. But, like...
Yeah.
But, like, it is well within a person's right to not trust psychiatrists and psychiatry. Like, especially when you've
but
had
here's the thing,
adverse experiences.
Some people don't even have, like, I know they said they had bad experiences, but they don't really go into that, so I don't have much to judge. I don't like the part where it's, like, like, dependent on SRIs and quack medicine. It makes me think that their views of not liking it might have been influenced by a little bit more than just that, a bad experience.
Yeah, so the way I feel about this is, psychiatry and psychology are very new sciences, which I feel like is why they have that stigma as to why they feel that way about it. Like, you know, a lot of science goes back to, like quote-unquote science, right? Like, theories and stuff have changed. But, like, that kind of, like, science has gone back to, like, the 1400s of, like, weird European guys discovering that apples fall, right? And then psychology and psychiatry are relatively new in the context. That's, like, within the past 100, 200 years. So, yes, you're correct that they are, like, not as extensive as other sciences, but they are just as quote-unquote scientific. Like, for medications and for theories to be accepted within the medical community of... Welcome back, Fruit. For them to be accepted within the medical community, they have to go through the same rigorous judgments that regular medications and regular scientific theories or surgeries or whatever to get approved. So, like, they're not the least scientific, it's just the newest and you don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
In the nice, like, he is obviously misinformed, but, like...
It's giving very, like, idiot man thinks he's right all the time.
Yeah.
It's giving...
I know, like, unless I start having hallucinations or something, it's like, okay, so you think that's, like, the worst of the worst?
Yeah.
You don't think there are other things that affect people as bad as...
Yeah, so basically what they're saying is, like, oh, unless if you're, like, unable to be a productive capitalist, pig, then it's okay. But, like, if you're just struggling, like, get through it. Like, it's like, the pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of person is, like, probably this kind of person, you know, which is a very messed
like, the
up
one I take
notion.
daily is, like, depression meds, like...
Yeah.
I need those, please.
Yeah, well, and it's also, and again, I could really pick this apart, but, like, I have bad experiences with psychiatry. Like, is this your own personal experiences, or is it just stigma from the media?
Yeah.
You know, because, like, I've seen people around me become heavily dependent on SSRIs and have very marginal improvements and sometimes none at all. I would argue that I've seen a lot of people in my life have had bad experiences and be heavily dependent on chemo and not have marginal improvements. I could argue that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I think that the girl who, like, got personally offended is probably also an asshole.
I also want to know her side of it.
Well, because it's like, yeah, she probably just got frustrated because this guy was being a dick. But it's
Yeah.
also, like, if you're gonna defend your parents' profession to the end, I feel like you're kind of weird. But, like...
Yeah, that part is weird.
Well, because it's like, I don't think you're necessarily the asshole for saying, like, oh, I don't trust psychiatrists in general around somebody whose parents just so happen to be psychiatrists. I do think you're the asshole for, like, for being weird. Like, I just got distracted by what Fruity said.
Fruit said in chat, Fruitcake said in chat, OMG, I could draw edges of My Little Pony character.
You could.
That was off topic.
I
Yes, it was
won't
Fruit,
stop
but it was
you.
funny.
I will vote you do. I
don't
pay you high
apologize. It was
money.
funny.
I physically can't stop you, so you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nor like, I'm not saying we should go drag up the guys every comment, but I'm just scrolling,
Yeah.
and it's like, would I be the dick for telling people I don't want to use stutter, oh fudge.
Put in
I'm not
chat.
gonna be able to say that
Copy
word.
and
That's
paste
a
in
hard
chat.
word. I know.
Is it
Basically-
Go to his comments. Like, go to the guy's profile.
Well, I mean, he commented this forever ago. That. Felix say it. Felix is probably smart can.
I'll go find it.
What is that?
I put it on your
It's on
Oh.
the
Twitch.
Thalidomide.
Okay, thanks, Felix. And then, like, back when doctors prescribed it, and people were like, you're really, really stuck on this. We also used to put leeches on people. Everything has to learn.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like,
He sucks.
he sucks,
He
in
does
my
suck.
opinion.
He sucks.
Am I the asshole for drawing a Twitch streamer as a My Little Pony character? That's funny, Fruit.
You're allowed. That is within the rules.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can all kind of agree that he sucks here, and, like, so I can understand why the person got, like, a little bit offended, though, because the person was basically saying that psychiatry and psychology isn't a real science. Like, they were like, oh, it's the, like, softest of the sciences or whatever.
Yeah, I'd also
like-
love to know her perspective. He just,
Yeah.
based on his comments and posts, he sounds a little, like, up in the clouds in a man way,
Yeah,
though.
like, because I would also, like, I would like to know, like, how that conversation was really approached. Like, was he being like, oh, well, I think it's stupid that your parents are psychologists. Like, I think psychiatrists and psychologists are stupid. And it's like, well, then you're just calling my parent, like, you do understand, like, it's like saying, like, oh, like, I don't like gay people, but you're all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if he said it like that, you
Well,
know?
I
Hate the sin, love the sinner.
I can picture this conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I could see him, like, the conversation's not even about him. Like, I'm willing to bet he started talking about himself, and everyone was just like, okay, whatever.
Go get
And-
tested for ADHD, my dude.
Yeah, and then he was like, I don't believe in psychiatry, and, like, crossed his arms all confident, and everyone was like,
Could you elaborate on that?
Like,
Like-
everyone was like, okay. No, what I imagine is nobody
Also,
asked...
you don't believe in ADHD?
What I imagine is that nobody asked him to elaborate. Everyone just looked at him like, okay, and then he felt it upon himself to defend himself.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's the bad guy. He just likes to be the bad guy. Like,
Devil's
Yeah.
advocate in history
Yeah.
class?
Well, it's probably one of these, like, debate bros or something like that, you know?
yeah, he
Yeah.
sucks, and I hate
Yeah.
him, and I hope he dies.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I think it's important to question the science that you're told to believe, because that's a part of being in the scientific fields, is questioning it, right? That's how things develop. And of course, there are things that we don't believe anymore that are, like, a trope in the psychology knowledge of the general public. So, like, I think it's important to question it, but this person seems like they have some, like, really outdated views on what
Mhm.
psychology
Yeah.
is.
Also, he's not willing to, like, question it at all as well.
Yeah, he's not
He's
willing
not
to
willing to
question his
learn.
own views. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're all right. Not the asshole.
The next one is kind of long, and that's why I put those, like, I was like, here are the options. And you're like, fine.
Yeah,
So
we'll
this
do
one's a
both.
little longer.
We're doing all right. Oh, so
Oh,
much to read.
damn.
All right.
Damn.
So this is one of the best of Reddit updates. If you haven't been in chat before, it's just basically like Reddit stories or whatever that come from whatever that have like a lot of updates and like, you know, it really elaborates on the story. It just makes a good like read.
It just compiles everything in one spot so that you can, like, get the full story.
Yeah, and it's typically a good story. Alright. Original poster cannot live in a party environment. Her boyfriend wears headphones and silently mouths song lyrics in another room of the house, so she takes his key and locks him out of his place of work. It gets weirder from there. So this is depicting a post that was put onto Am I the Asshole, so it'll walk us through it a little bit. Fruitcake says, bro, Mother Cake is making chicken Alfredo. Let's go.
Oh.
So good. Alright. So, the original post. Am I the asshole for being unable to live in a party environment? I literally read this post when it was on the Am I the Asshole subreddit. It's a good post.
Oh,
It's okay, it's okay. Like, I haven't read, like, the updates
no,
or anything
you're
like that, yeah.
fine. It's funny, though.
I, 28 female, live with my boyfriend, 27 male. I moved in with him about 8 months ago. I have disabilities and sensory issues, this is important, so in general, he is respectful of the accommodations I need. My boyfriend is a professional sculptor and has his studio in our house. It's in a place I have to walk through to get to the bathroom and the yard, and there is no other good place in the house for it. The problem is that I'm constantly affected by the way my boyfriend acts when he's working. He listens to music while he works on his headphones and is always rocking out with his body motions, mouthing the song lyrics, etc. He says it helps him work, and I understand this. The main conflict is the constant dancing, mouthing of lyrics, which he says it shouldn't matter because it's silent. I've tried to explain to him that with my sensory issues, that's just the same as if I can hear the music. He said I could just enter the part of the house less while he's working. I mean, what? The bathroom is there. There's also problems with him bringing buyers over to see his work. We have policies around this. I need to be notified in advance and agree, which gets broken. I come home and there's a buyer in the house, and he thought it was fine because he didn't expect me home. Having a stranger in the house is very unsafe for me. I might be affected for days. He again suggested that I just avoid his studio in that case, despite this being my home now too. I was having an extremely bad day yesterday, week really, and I just needed a restorative peace in my own house, so I hid the key to his studio. I told him I would give it back in an hour and just need a total rest for now, and said to him, like he said to me so many times, that maybe he should just spend the time in another part of the house. I really would have given the key back in an hour or so, but he freaked out and bluffed that I was going to make him lose a commission if he couldn't work right then, which gave me an anxiety attack. So, this is where I might be the asshole. I didn't return the keys until that night. Fruitcake said bruh in chat, and I can say bruh as well.
Yeah.
I think they're both. So far, I think both these people suck.
He thinks I'm the asshole, but I think for the most part, I just wanted a little peace in my own home. Am I the asshole? So this is the end. There's an update. Let's vote now and see what everybody thinks. Do you want to run a poll,
Okay.
Ace?
Yep, can do. And I can just hit. Oh, shoot. Isn't there a way to, like, run the same poll that you just did?
I think so. I would have to.
No, that's for predictions.
Oh, is it for predictions?
Oh.
Oh well.
Okay.
We'll have to type
That's
it out
fine.
again. That's fine.
Yep. I would have had it pulled up before if I'd known that. Oh well.
All right, everybody, vote on who the asshole. And remember, the original ask is, "Am I the asshole for hiding my boyfriend's keys?" Right.
No, am I the asshole for not being able to live in a party environment?
Oh yeah, am I the asshole for not being able to live in a party environment? Well, you know.
Penis.
I'm think
Think
thonkin.
thonkin.
Think donkin.
Think thonkin.
I need you all to know the other day, Edgy and Felix showed me how to pop out chat when you're not in mod view, and it's been my favorite thing since.
Yeah.
Don't laugh.
It is funny.
All right, poll's almost over. Get your votes in. Alrighty, the vote is in. Chat has voted half and half. You're the asshole, and everybody's the asshole, which I think is a
So
pretty.
we all agree she sucks, definitely.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
And the whole situation kind of sucks. Alright, let's go into the update. Update. I accept that I am the asshole for hiding the keys to my boyfriend's studio. I agree with that. You are the asshole for that. That was not the right solution. It was an asshole moment. I was the asshole. My boyfriend and I have now discussed several solutions to the problem I posted about, and none of them involved me hiding his keys. I will address other main comments. I asked my boyfriend if I'm abusive. He said no, so there's that. Alright.
That's
Interesting. To all the disabled people who commented about work, I'm truly sorry that you have to work while suffering through your pain, and that made you lack compassion for others. And that it's made you lack compassion for others. Apparently there were some mean comments. To all the not disabled people who commented about work and social services, do any of you have any idea how hard it is to get disability medically recognized in this country, let alone by the government? Why is it assumed that I've never tried this option? Do you know what the government offered me? No resources, not support, not even financial resources to get the medical consultations, which I would need to be diagnosed and meet their criteria. They offered me skills, training, and jobs nobody would ever want. It's a broken system. There is no help to be had. I agree with that. To random house layout questions, I didn't design the house. The bathroom is where it is, and the doors are where they are. Also, yeah, that's not their fault. To statements that it's not a disability, it is. Sensory disabilities make some people able to perceive very minor sounds and vibrations, others could not.
My question is, though, I'm curious if she's in a different part of the house and not the bathroom. Like, if she's walked in, that's a different scenario. But if she's in a, like, kitchen and she doesn't know, is she actually perceiving it? Or does she just know that theoretically he's doing it, has issues with that?
Yeah.
That's a different... She also is very
Yeah.
just dismissive of, like, well, he bluffed, he was going to lose a commission. We don't know for a fact if he was bluffing or not. I don't think he would. That's his job.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Yeah. Yeah, they are probably the person that's supported, unfortunately, is the breadwinner right now. Like,
I asked my boyfriend if I was abusive, and he said no.
yeah.
Okay.
I think you need to have some self-reflection on your relationship if you have to ask that. You know,
Babe,
like,
babe,
Yeah.
Am I abusive?
no.
yes.
See everybody? See?
I've seen those two. Edgy beats them all
Literally,
day.
Felix
Yeah.
is the only one who ever hits me. This is so offensive.
Anyways,
They both beat each other then.
this
Fine.
is all very joking and lighthearted. If
Yes.
anybody in Twitch is worried,
Felix
please
doesn't
don't
actually hit me.
please don't swat us. All right, you're the asshole divorce. Stop.
Yeah.
Commenters note that this is all happening in another room in silence in another part of the house. But according to your description, it's happening in another room which you only have to pass through occasionally and briefly. It only affects your senses when you walk through. The rest of the time, he's just working silently in another room, not interfering with you sensorily. OP explains why that's not good enough. Again, it's hard to explain, but I can physically sense him moving around the studio when he's in there. It's because I know it's what he always does, and so I can't get any peace. It's hard to explain to people without sensory issues, but his dancing around is as jarring to me as a full-on party concert. It's physically exhausting me, and I either have to avoid the whole area of the house or end up having anxiety and need to take downtime from that.
Then don't live with other people. Like,
OP,
Yeah.
so moving on.
I get that you...
There's
love
more
him, but, like-
context. There's more context. OP explains she's already been kicked out by her parents and sister, so she has nowhere to escape from the party environment. My parents aren't an option. I was offloaded on to my sister by them, who offloaded me thereafter. A lot of judgments here, but one thing about disabilities is that they're debilitating. The less support and stability you have, the more your conditions will worsen, and the less independent you can be. It's easy to look at it from the outside and say that is not trying, but sometimes there is your insurmountable obstacles. So I would agree with them in the sense that they have been put in a situation where they're not getting the care they should because of our
I'm
bad, like,
interested in why
environment.
they got kicked out by two different homes.
Yeah, I think that's always context is needed. I would
Like, my heart goes out, like, of maybe they just couldn't handle their disabilities, in which case, screw those parents, if that's the case.
yeah.
But I am curious about that context, at least. That's not a judgment thing, it's genuine curiosity.
I do think that as somebody with disabilities
Mhm.
and sensory disabilities,
Mhm.
At some point, if you want to function and exist inside of a household with other people, you kind of have to develop coping mechanisms. Like,
yeah.
Like,
That are not
it
hiding.
it really sucks. Like, ideally, she wouldn't have to do that. But I think if you want to function in a house with other people, where other people
Yeah.
are living and working and existing, you have to
Otherwise,
develop your own coping mechanisms. Like, it's just sort of
You
how
and
it
your
is.
boyfriend just need their own places,
Yeah.
and you go visit each other, which I know is not, like, the ideal for a lot of romantic couples, but
Yeah.
if you want to make the relationship work, right now your living situation is not doing that.
Yeah. Well, and they also additionally added on, I lived with my sister who suddenly gave me an ultimatum to move out. I can't afford my own place in this economy, and I also don't benefit from living alone.
Okay, then what you need is not a boyfriend living with you, is you need a caretaker living with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you need to, like, we read an Am I the Asshole a while ago that, like, had somebody who was, like, had a visual impairment, a visual disability, and they had a really good living situation with somebody where they were basically a caretaker and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it was
like
really nice.
it was like a blind,
Yeah, he was getting free room and board.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a blind
in-
woman and her friend was just like
Yeah.
living with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were also, like, friends, and, like, that was what was working for them until the girlfriend came along,
Right.
and then things changed,
Yeah.
and she did want a caretaker,
Yeah.
but
OP explains to us that dancing is against the rules. Hear me out. It sounds like you think he would be actively harmed or unable to function if he occasionally refrained from dancing, but it's totally normal to not dance in general. It's usually against the rules to dance around on the bus or in your office, because those actions can be annoying to everyone around. It's a basic social thing. On the other hand, I am actively harmed and unable to function when he dances. My health conditions actively suffer, which also prevents my ability to work, since people seem to think that human worth comes down to having a job. I am not trying to be combative here, but none of this is actually making sense. So, to me, this person has some, like, really big social and functioning needs. Because, like, so, I'm sure everybody here has a general idea of how autism works, but it's less of a spectrum. It's
No.
Shut up, face.
Yeah.
It's less of a spectrum, and it's more of a circle, and some people have more needs in one place and less needs in another place. To me, this person has a lot of sensory needs. They have a lot of functioning needs, which is all okay. The real asshole here is our fucked up healthcare system, realistically.
Yeah.
You know? Because they should be able, ideally, they should be able to have access to a caretaker, have access to occupational therapy to help them learn coping skills and be able to exist on their own a little bit better.
It is, to me, it is giving somebody who is very entitled and just happens to be disabled.
It's both, I think. I think it's, she should have access to these things, but she doesn't, so she's becoming entitled from what she thinks other people should give her.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
is what the vibe I'm getting.
Because
it's like, well, if I can't afford a caretaker and the person who needs to be there, you will be that person for me.
Yeah. Well, because, like, this person has low, like... a certain kind of, like, low functioning needs, like, in the sense that they are posting on Reddit. They're being able to convey, like, you know, yada yada yada. So it's not they
have communication skills.
They have communication skills. It's not like they are unable to, like, survive on their own, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's
they're
capable.
poor if, like, their communication skills are hide stuff from you so you can't have what you want.
Yeah. And so they go on to say...
Don't like...
Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, I also just don't like they call it a party environment. Well, I feel bad. I feel like I interrupted him multiple times now.
It's Discord delay. It's actually the problem. This is a complete tangent, but we interrupt each other so much less when we're in person because there's no Discord delay.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. What were you saying about the dancing environment?
I don't like that she calls it a party environment. It makes me think she doesn't know.
Yeah, it's not a party environment. I think saying it makes me feel like it's a party environment is totally, like... This person needs to practice using eye language. Genuinely, though. Like, that's a super basic thing about communication, is using eye language. And this person definitely needs to work on it. Because they're saying, like... They're basically saying, like, this is how the world works, when when in reality, this is how their sensory needs work. You know what I mean? Like, like... Because for me, like, their issue is that, like, oh, you typically wouldn't dance in a work environment, but that is that person's work environment. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's probably why he went into being a sculptor and doing his art creativity like this. Is he likes to do it that way.
Yeah, well, because it's like for us, like, Edgy and I are both looking for remote jobs because we like having a little bit more control over. Oh, sorry. A little bit more control over what our environment looks like. Whereas Ace really likes social aspects of job and likes working in person and stuff. So that's what we're looking for. This person probably has his life set up this way. I'm assuming he, right? It said he at the beginning.
Yeah, it said male technically,
so we can
but...
assume.
Yeah.
Don't assume genders, but these people are straight.
Well, on Reddit, if it's not
specified,
pronoun specified, then female typically she, or male is he, him.
But, so, like, to me, it seems like this person has, like, really crafted his career out of that, right? So it really sucks to, like, be in the position where, like... I don't know, it sucks to be in the position where they can't both get what they need. Because to me, there's also, like, several solutions that they just didn't talk about, like, originally. And then this problem has... snowballed into what it is now.
Yeah, I do think the boyfriend...
she deserves help, but she's also entitled to what she thinks she should get from
Right,
him.
yeah.
I also think the boyfriend is an asshole because, like, even for very basic boundaries, it does seem like he's crossing them. Like, don't have clients in the house without telling
Yeah,
me.
that was the only thing I took issue from him. Literally, even if she's not home, shooting her a quick text.
Yeah. Like, that is like, he probably generally has a problem with respecting boundaries, and this, because they're both shitty people who can't communicate properly, they, like, this problem has snowballed. Like...
Yeah, I would agree. I think, yeah. Because, I mean, to me, there's, like, a lot of options to fixing this, and it's strict boundaries about when you're working and when people are in the house, right? Like, to me, it's, okay, can you... I recognize I'm home a lot, and we need to find, like, strict days where things are just really, really mellow. And sticking to that. I would assume that the boyfriend might have trouble sticking to those, right? Because he's like, well, my studio's just right there. I might as well do work. But it's like, can you do it in a way that,
it's
you
like,
know...
on Saturday and Sunday, no working, and then Monday, Tuesdays when you can bring clients over.
Right, you know, or, like, this person does leave the house. So it's like, can you actually just strictly keep to having clients over when I'm out of the house? And I'll have set times that I'm out of the house, barring emergencies, right? Like...
And... Also, I don't know exactly. Maybe it's not possible to set schedules with clients, but then that is your, like, personally for me, I would make it a professional point to be like, hi, so I know you want to come look at this art piece. I need a 3-hour notice.
Yeah.
And then you just use that 3-hour notice, shoot her a quick text, or if she's at home, go over and be like, hey, just so you know, somebody's coming over. I won't work for the next 3 hours, so you can mellow out.
Right.
And then...
Your VTuber, like, got stuck.
I look like I'm, like, tipping my shoulder in.
You kind of look high.
I
like that the mouth is...
Yeah, my eyes are stuck. It's just my mouth that's moving right now.
Yeah.
And your body's stuck.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah, so I think, like, he does suck with that of, like, it takes 2 seconds to text somebody and be like, hey, I'm bringing somebody over.
Farts.
Or just,
My
like,
head
have
is
day
stuck, but
schedules.
this is better.
And be like, these are the days my studio is open for visitors. Sorry.
Yeah,
If you want to come see this art, wait a week.
It's like, don't get me wrong, I understand that, like, in the art world, there's some really assholey clients that pay a lot of money, but are like, but I'll only do it if I can come get it right now, you know? And it's like, sometimes you kind of have to pick and choose of whether you want to play around with those clients, you know?
Well, I mean, if you're also open to, like, that discussion with your partner, once a month is a lot different than 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Also,
I also would like to just note...
Yeah, there is more.
Oh, there is. We're not even close
yeah.
to, like...
Alright, let's move
on.
on.
I'd also just like to note this... Well, this... Whoever did this, like, complimation clearly thinks she's the dick and that boyfriend isn't.
Yeah.
So
not
we have to
super
deal with
biased.
the biases and how things are phrased.
Yeah, well, because I feel like we're also picking up things that they just chose to not, like, elaborate on in their little blurbs. OP's boyfriend needs to be flexible and only work on certain days when she can deal with his dancing. He is the one that's supporting them both financially. Thank you for the reasonable question. He might work at any random time of the day. I guess it would usually even out to about 4 or 5 hours, but it might be up to 8 hours at certain times. It's scattered all over day and night, morning, afternoon, midnight. I understand how art and inspiration works, so I understand it's more difficult to stick to a rigid schedule. But if I can be flexible, then I can imagine he could also be flexible sometimes and postpone work calmly without dancing on days that would immensely help me. I agree. I think that there is a compromise that these people could come to. I know that, like, disability, especially with autism, doesn't necessarily be like, all right, well, on Tuesdays is my bad days, so can you not work on those days? Like, that is not how disability works. But a lot of people who struggle with sensory issues and stuff like this, where they know that they have to mediate it, do actually really benefit from a schedule. You know?
Yeah, and
like,
also, if you have, like, designated downtimes, you get less burnt out, and you're less likely to hit that breaking point as quickly.
Well, I mean, and I feel like the situation isn't necessarily applicable, but, like, a couple weekends ago, like, I ended up just, like, staying in bed all day, and Edgy was just like, oh, man, I don't know why I feel so weird, and, like, I eventually went and got my computer, and they were like, oh, it's because I didn't have that downtime of, like, where we weren't, like, talking about what shows we're gonna watch. I'm just watching what I want, and you would just watch what you want. Like, it wasn't a fight, it wasn't anything like that, but it was just something, like, our, like, normal kind of routine got thrown off, And it made us feel weird, right? Like, we both kind of felt weird that day. It's like, so sometimes those routines, even as menial as they seem, are really beneficial.
I think we need to stop having really long conversations about one comment.
True.
And read for a little bit.
Well, actually, I think that my sensory, I need more time to process it. So eat farts.
Okay, well, we're at the hour 45 minute
We'll speed through it a little bit more.
So we should read through.
We'll speed through it for a little more. OP explains why the boyfriend shouldn't have clients over to the house, which is his studio, to sell his art pieces, even when she's not physically present in the building. There's a valid point about me not being home, but basically I've left the house. I need rebound time when I get back to what should be the safety of my own home. When I suddenly find a person there, I'm unable to unwind from going out, which is a detriment to my health overall. This makes me less likely to attempt even going out. In general, I can also sense the presence of a stranger for sometimes weeks after they've left. I'm sure many people without sensory issues will say this is impossible, but think about how people who have suffered a home invasion will say they feel creeped out, violated, unsafe in their house for a long time afterwards. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, that's valid. Again, it's literally he can't text her and be like, somebody's home.
Yeah.
Don't either come home in the next hour or be prepared.
It's one of those situations where this is the situation that it is. You do have to learn to deal with it, especially since this person does make the money. You know, there are ways to make it easiasier for you to help with this.
Yeah, but he should be communicating.
Yeah, he needs to be communicative, but you also can't expect him to never work.
Yeah.
And sell his work, because they've established that they don't have the money for it. Moving on, OP explains that she's in a financial hostage. Okay. Interesting way to describe it. At this point, I would probably move out, but I'm unable to work currently, which is why I moved in. So it's almost like I'm in a financial hostage in this environment. I get that I should try to be more flexible, but we also had many long talks about my needs before I moved in, and it's almost like they never happened. He's not preventing me from working, but I'm also unable to get a place of my own. Ugh,
Honestly,
okay.
I can't blame either. I don't think financial hostage is the right word you should have used. I don't blame either of them for that one. If you can't work as a disability, you can't work. The government should be helping you out. They're not, so.
Yeah. It's just a shitty situation, but it's also really difficult to say, my boyfriend's holding me financially hostage. That's also not the situation.
That's, it sounds like she's
back to the
being a little
entitlement.
Dramatic.
Yeah.
She's being a little dramatic and a little entitled. But, again, I think both people suck. I think both of these
He should
suck.
learn better communication. She should be less entitled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next update from OP, they've made a new Am I the Asshole post. Am I the asshole for needing my home to be safe? Interesting. I, 27 female, live with my boyfriend who's 28 male. I moved in with them last year with my sister. I'm going to read it pretty quickly because it's probably a kind of accumulation of everything. After my sister, who I was living with before, tried to push me into moving out suddenly. I am disabled, have sensory issues, and cannot work, so moving in with my boyfriend was necessary. I also don't do well living alone due to my disabilities. I've tried to explain this before, but I think I left out too much information to make sense. The central conflict is that my boyfriend's sculpture studio is in a part of the house that I need to cross through to access the bathroom in the yard, and he constantly dances around the room while also bringing clients and buyers into the house. All of this makes me feel unsafe. It may be hard to understand for people without sensory issues, but him dancing around the room is physically exhausting to me, and I can sense him doing it even though I'm not in the room. The presence of strangers in the house is also very unsafe, and it causes me literal days of anxiety. My boyfriend and I have many discussions about the accommodations I need, and it seems like I'm simply not getting through to him on these issues, although he's considerate of my needs in some other areas regarding living together. Lately, we've had an argument where I hid his studio keys as a result of being simply exhausted and needing to be able to rest in the house, which is my home too. I recognize hiding his keys is excessive, but my point is that I can't think well or make proper decisions in an environment where I don't feel safe or sane. And I'm the asshole for needing to have my boundaries respected in my house.
My point still stands. I think both these people suck.
Yeah.
I think I want to know why the compromise isn't, hey, if I'll knock, just kind of chill out for a second. But why can't he dance?
Yeah. I mean,
when she's not in the room.
I think it is
a situation where they can hear him and feel him moving around.
Well, I think it goes to an entitlement a little bit.
Right.
It's if she were in the room, she would be overwhelmed by his dancing, which is fully understandable.
Yeah.
But I think it goes to her entitlement to say, I know that he's doing the thing I don't want him to do, and I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
I even if she can still hear it, that's kind of hard to sometimes live in a house. Honestly,
right.
I hate that I can hear you guys. Sometimes, the other day you were looking for flannel, and I messaged you hey, what are you guys up to? I was slowly going a little bit insane because I was just sit down and chill out.
Wait,
And
what?
normally it
What's
doesn't
happening?
bug.
Oh, when we were searching
like-
for a flannel.
Yes,
Oh.
I hate that. But like that's just part of living in a house together. Is you're gonna hear them sometimes. It's not ideal.
Yeah, and it speaks to, like, at that time, that was the task that we were focused on, and Ace was like, oh my god, why are you focused on this task for so long? But for us, we were just looking for something, you know, like...
Yeah, like I didn't even bring it up to you guys in the time because I just kind of was like, they can't help. So I did want to know what you were doing, and then once I knew, I was like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, and
it's like,
yeah, we reach these problems with, like, in the kitchen, too. Like, you know, one of us will be cooking in the kitchen, so the other one just, like, has to wait, because we can't cook in the kitchen together, because we're all autistic. Like, you know, like, it happens, unfortunately. You have to learn to
like,
deal with it.
She should be developing more coping mechanisms, and he should be respecting her boundaries more. Like,
Yeah.
both of these people suck. Like,
OP has asked what they contribute to the relationship. I contribute emotionally to the relationship and the household. My values don't reduce a person to their financial contributions, or so I thought. My boyfriend don't either. My boyfriend
ideally, in an ideal world, yes.
Yes.
In capitalist society, no.
But, like, to me, like, I think they kind of mean, like, well, like, you know, what do you contribute to the household in other than financially? You know, like...
do you cook? Do you clean? Do
like,
you, like...
I contribute to the household by helping keeping things organized, walking the dog. Okay, so they do. Like, we've been dating for a long... We've been dating for a long time. I'm helping with things around the house when I can and provide him with emotional support in his work and personal life. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes me feel a little bit better.
I want to know how often is when I can. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a difference between not... I don't know. Everyone has a different when I can point.
Yeah.
So I just like to know that.
They have mentioned the yard several times, so I'm assuming that maybe they, like, do a lot of, like, taking care of the dog and stuff like that, which, like, for somebody, like, if somebody's working a lot, then that probably is really helpful and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
credit where credit's due, but...
I do think it's a fair question. Like,
yeah.
I think it's a fair question.
Yeah.
Like, well, what do you bring to this relationship? Because I think, like, yeah, I think there are times in a relationship where it's okay to not really be contributing, but I think part of being in a true partnership is that there are times when you contribute more and your partner contributes more, or you contribute equally, and you don't necessarily hold it against each other, but if you're literally bringing nothing to the table, it's like,
yeah,
like, especially if you're living together and operating as a unit, like,
but me too for kick.
Like, you have to be doing something.
Yeah.
Like,
I have feelings about this entire situation, but I'll wait until we get to the end to, like, really share them. OP is unable
also,
to... Go ahead.
On record, just quick comment, the reason I keep voting you're the a-hole and not everyone sucks is just based on the question she's asking.
Yeah.
Technically. I think he sucks for boundaries, but she's not technically asking about that.
Yeah. OP is unable to tolerate dancing in another part of the house, so she spends her days shopping or at the beach. It's hard to explain, but I usually have greater tolerance for some outdoor places than I do my house, because I expect to be able to unwind in my house, be in total safety, whereas outside I've braced myself for issues. On good days, I spend time at the beach nearby the house and occasionally shopping. OP lists the accommodations she made to the boyfriend, impinging on her life. I've asked my boyfriend to work at scheduled times so I can predict when he might be in his studio. Have a routine helps. It does. And to check in with me about my energy levels, occasionally wanted to change his schedule or try to keep a calmer environment when I'm having low energy or anxious day.
sorry, I got all the shiny Pokemon.
Nice. I would also prefer if buyers didn't come to the house, but if unavoidable, if he meet them in the back patio instead of them coming into the house that's adjacent to his studio, as well as checking in with me about them arriving. This is the agreement to begin with, but he's brought buyers over when I'm not home, whenever I'm early to find them here. Find them there. I think what she's asked for is pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, that comment sums up the entire relationship.
Yeah. Like, I think it's
he's not listening to the boundaries, and she is feeling like she's entitled to, like, both things. That comment sums it all up.
Yeah, like, I think that it's completely reasonable. I think he can completely keep his, buyers out of the house if they can do it on the back patio. Like, if you live near a beach,
depends
you
on
live in,
what
like,
kind of art it is.
Well,
It's pottery.
it's pottery. So a fired,
Well, like,
glazed...
like, how big is it?
I mean, if they're in a
Yeah.
house, I would assume that it's pretty normal. Like, big pieces, but, like, they have to transport it somewhere anyways.
I mean, maybe somebody just wants to look at that. Would make me a little nervous, and I understand why he's like, okay, I would just like them in this part of the house.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. If it's, like, just small plates and cups, then he's unreasonable.
Yeah, I mean, I think a
Obi,
little
post
more
pictures of your
context.
boyfriend's studio.
Yeah, I think it's a little more. We would need a little bit more context about what his art looks like. Yeah, but I mean, I feel for it
Is
in
it easily
general.
transportable or not?
Like, I think in general, if they've agreed, like, if
Yeah.
he can do it on the patio and he's not really making any effort towards it,
Yeah.
like, that sucks to be around.
Yeah, he still
Absolutely.
sucks like the most out of that is because he
Yeah.
agreed to do it, and then he went behind her back because she wasn't home.
Yeah. Some ideas we've talked about are keeping the schedule, so at least I can know the routine and try to manage my energy levels around it. I've also asked him, not in a bullying way, extremely nicely, if it is all possible for him to just not gents when I'm home, given the amount of stress it causes me. My reasoning is that people work in an office and shop and manage their day without dancing because it might disturb some of the colleagues, so it doesn't seem too wild to request that when that's a real issue. I don't know how to give that person the solution that they need, because I think the boyfriend is also entitled to work in the way that he wants to. You know?
Yeah.
That's probably honestly why he works at home and not in the studio.
Yeah.
If I had to guess at it.
Well, there's also, like, financial, but still, though, like, dancing in a big studio where other people are working on precious, like, fragile pieces of pottery, you can understand how that wouldn't work for him either,
So, unlike a lot of Am I the whole post where we don't get to see the other side, the next part is from the boyfriend.
Oh, iconic.
And we get...
Yeah, so there's a different user post, Am I the Asshole, worried he's the asshole. Now, whenever somebody else posts Am I the Asshole, it always gives me a doubt as if this is an actual situation or not. Like, it might just be trolling. But who knows? We can't decide that. We're just judging. Am I the asshole for telling my dependent girlfriend she's doomed? Myself and my girlfriend, both late 20s, she moved in with me last year and is multiply disabled. Her move coincided with a financial need on her part. I was able to support her, and I thought I was prepared to accommodate her other needs. I've sometimes needed to depend on others, awesome friends who've carried me. This made me committed to trying to make it work. It turns out that I fell short many times. A lot of tension grew about her sensory disorders, which made her vulnerable to upset from routine household things. I changed my lifestyle, new furnishings, minimalizing sounds and smells, confining my work to one area of the house, restricting visitors and hobbies. Each time, a new issue popped up. Finally, she was agitated by my presence in the house at all, and I began to feel unwelcome. Yet, she also required me to help her emotionally and materially. My work suffered, resentment grew. I gently pressured her to reach out to others for help, which was met with resistance as she saw my suggestions as callousness. A rift widened. The rift widened. She became verbally hostile and more withdrawn. My mental health has its own quirks, so this has made an impact on me. I've been struggling with guilt and depression. I've reached a tipping point after missing the work deadlines because it was easier to avoid the house than complete my work at home. I've worked hard to craft a career that brings me fulfillment, and I saw it collapsing. I went home, entered her room, and told her I can't continue. She lashed out about the ways in which she can't live alone. I opened my mouth. The words that came out were, "Well, it looks like you're doomed." I went on, "If she can't live, that's on her own. I'll live on her own and can't cope with others and can't seek out other help. She's doomed, and that's that." I stopped short. The look on her face was total horror and betrayal. It will haunt me. When I said it, I feel like I'd been walking on eggshells for months and that she needed to hear reality. Now I'm racked with regret and confusion. I've been staying in a hotel, waiting to work out the logistics of living separately. She has refused to speak to me beyond texting because I've caused deep trauma with my statement. I need to know if I actually crossed that line. Please note, I'm not seeking advice on the relationship in general, which is over, but to morally weigh in on this utterance of mine. The relationship has already caused tensions with friends, and none of them are neutral enough to judge this. An acquaintance suggested I try here. Please give it to me straight. Am I the asshole quickly points out that the story has been posted from other perspectives. Boyfriend responds. Commenter, there was a post a while back where a woman sounded a lot like this. Her boyfriend was a sculptor and an artist, and she had a lot of sensory issues. She didn't like him working, didn't want him to listen to music, didn't like that he danced a little when he worked, even if she couldn't see it. No job, no money, her sister kicked her out. She didn't like when she had customers over to buy the pieces. She ended up stealing his keys to his studio. Any of that sounds familiar? Boyfriend, oh my god, that would be me, rather us. My humming and dancing when I work, unconsciously for the most part. Sorry, I'm a bit of a shock. Is there a way to find this post? Thank you, wow. I knew she held most of the opinions, but seeing it all written out, this is a lot to take in right now. Emotions were high. I wanted to give her space to process the breakup, expecting we would talk through it the next day, but so far she's not ready to talk. That's the end so far. I don't see anything
Based
linked
on
else, so.
Question that he is asked is for telling her she's doomed. I'm not want to put a judgment on that because sometimes people need a wake up call.
Yeah.
But also,
Like,
like,
necessarily
it's a
wrong.
harsh.
He was harsh.
It's harsh, but like some people need a wake call.
Felix, your VTuber.
My VTuber!
He fell asleep.
He fell off. He
He's
fell
taking a
off.
nap.
Like, for whatever reason, the face is having trouble tracking.
But I think I do note that like if these are two separate people, this is a real story. Neither of them ever mention anything from before moving in.
Yeah.
I think they're maybe compatible partners. They're not compatible living together.
Felix died. Felix fucking
Yeah,
died.
Felix
bye,
died.
Felix.
My VTuber, I feel like it's really distracting, so I'm gonna just take it off. So I said it before, I had like my feeling about it. These people should not be living together. Like,
No,
unfortunately, they're in the position where it would have been really great if they could, but it ultimately was the blowing up of their relationship. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's, and I think it's okay to try something and say this didn't work. The problem is that they didn't allow themselves the space to talk about it. And I think
No.
the girlfriend might have been some of that problem because she just kind of continued adding on things that weren't working for her. When in reality, it should have just been, this isn't for me. You know?
Yeah. I think so like for his question, it's like, yes, but I think it was justified.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, yes, it was harsh, but I don't think he's the asshole. Basically, case in point that I know what it's like to be in a relationship. This is not about you. This is about past relationships. I'm not saying that our relationship, but I know what it's like to be. I know what it's like to be in a relationship where it feels like you just can't talk about it. Like,
Yeah, well then break up.
yeah,
Like,
and that's ultimately what ended up
like-
happening. Like, there was a point where we just could not communicate adequately with each other, and I wish that he had been more open about that, and he had one of these harsh moments with me that, like, I can't do this, but it was never I can't do this. It's always like, why are you always having meltdowns? You know, like,
Yeah.
so it just ultimately it didn't work out. We broke up and we stopped living together. Like, and I would think that we are both better off in the future. Like, you know, so at some point you have to have these conversations, and I wish that people would be more willing to have these harsh utterances when they're hurting, because it's very raw and it actually tells you what you're feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Because
And also, like, what else are you supposed to say?
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to say to that? Of like, I can't live with you, but I also can't live alone. It's like, if you have that many failed housing situations,
Perhaps the common denominator is the problem.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, ultimately, I think both people probably could have handled this a little bit better. You know, it sounds like the boyfriend maybe did really try and the girlfriend never really saw it. You know, that's also possible. Ultimately, I think it is best for these people to just not live together. Maybe they can have a friendship in the future, but this will be a rift in their feelings forever.
Yeah.
Like,
if living together is a requirement they need for a partnership, sorry.
yeah. Like, I think, this person also needs to have, like, a wake-up moment about their disability that, like, they maybe either A, need to... Are you gonna cut that off?
No.
This person needs to have a moment in their disability that's, like, this is what I need. Like, I need to live with other autistic people, or I need to live with people who, like...
Don't live with other autistic people. It's a hell. You can't escape.
Stop.
Or they never leave the room.
Yeah,
Please.
But, I mean, I feel like in our case, like, us all being autistic is, like, helpful in the sense that when we explain something to each other, it makes sense, even if we don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Like, this person, the poster, the girlfriend, had several times where she was like, I know you guys probably don't understand what I'm saying. Which, like, I understand that, trying to talk to people who aren't autistic. Like, I get that. So ultimately,
but it's also, like, I don't fully sympathize with her. Like, I get it.
No.
Yeah, you're the victim to some extent, but you also kind of suck.
Yeah, well, because I mean, when you're in a relationship and somebody keeps going, okay, I've made this change, and then there's always a new thing, that's also exhausting. Like, that's hard to be with.
I'm not saying she's a victim of her boyfriend. She's a victim of the world.
Yeah, she's a victim of the world, unfortunately.
The ableism that perpetrates her systems. That's who she's a real victim of.
Yeah. Well,
she should have the ability to be like, I need a caretaker. And the government go, oh, well, here's this person who likes to do this for their job, and we pay him for it.
Right, yeah. Well, that is case in point. They should not live together, and they're not going to. And nobody's the asshole in that case, so. Go Cougs.
Yeah.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Is that really how we're going to end the stream? Forever?
I think so.
Go
yeah.
Cougs?
Well, no, we're not going to end it with Go Cougs. I think that puts us at an end, does it not? Is there anything else anybody wants to touch on before we end?
Nope.
No?
No.
We chilling? Pog?
Rest
That's
in
it.
peace, Felix's VTuber. You will be missed.
Yeah. Oh?
It's Edgy and I now.
Yeah.
And our personal space, dude.
Yeah, that's Felix,
The
actually.
the personal space is the desk. Alright. That's it. We're done.